Ooh, you're first. Hello, Ghost Walker. How are you? I'm so late. I apologize. I snoozed my alarm and overslept by 30 minutes. So I was scrambling to get here, but I hope you're having a good day. Also, Ghost Walker, where are you based? Are you based in the United States? Okay. All right, I'm gonna hop off this screen for just a second. You're in the US, okay. Awesome, awesome. Oh my god, you guys, the internet with this Coldplay couple, ooh, brutal, absolutely brutal. Yabba dabba doo, hello, apologies for being so late today. Oh man, I overslept my alarm by a lot. How are you guys doing today? All right, cool. Slow morning. Yanni and Balaram is here. Hello, you two. How are you? I'm debating what to put on my TV. I think I'm gonna finish the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders documentary. Yabba dabba doo, what time is it for you in the Highlands? I would guess it's like maybe like 5 p.m. Hello, I see Gunter, I see football, I see some more people coming in. I see 39 are here now. There's usually a little bit of a delay. All right, notifications. I see Tarsem football. I see Monster Potter. Rohit is here. Jared, I don't know why I thought you were eating alphabet soup. I'm eating Cheerios, actually. You guys have seen me eat a lot of well, my Cheerios box is always on my counter. Mm-hmm. Nope, incorporeal, it's never happened to me. Beetlejuice, hello, guten tag, how are you? Welcome back. I need to think of a trivia question for you guys. I don't know. Like music, I feel like I want it to be celebrity related. Not Psychac. I didn't have time to eat before this, and I have scheduled live streams, so I'm just eating on here. Hi, Ashley. Yes, Cheerios. Favorite live action movie? I don't even know what counts as a live action movie. Hello, Quad. I don't know. I'm really struggling this morning. I'm behind. I started late because I slept in. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe favorite documentary I've seen. That could be one. Ashley. Matt Sykak. I am mixed. Yes, Holy Dom. Nice to meet you. I don't know how to say your name in Korean, but hello. Thank you for being here. Hello, Malkiat. Supernova Gaming is here. Hello. We've got Omar Hoyos from Florida. I've never been to Florida. I'm located in Minnesota, so I'm up north and center. Thank you, Quad. Let's see. I don't have children. From South Korea. I want to ask you how to say your name in English. Let's see. South Korean person. Oh no, it's not letting me comment at you. How do you say your name in English? Because I do not read Korean. I can recognize it, but I don't know how to sound it out. Sammy Foldham is here. What's your favorite one-liner from a film? Boy, these are all so good. That one's gonna take some time because there's so many epic one-liners. Also, I see that you changed your profile picture again. Yabba dabba doo to another shot of me. So funny. All right. Mike Moore, hello. That's amazing these days. No kids. In case you haven't heard, people, the birth rates are plummeting globally, all over the world. I mean, obviously people are still having kids, but like, yeah, all over the Western and developed world, like people are just having less and less kids. No English. My name is Kim Chi-young. All right, Kim Chi-young. I can do that. Okay, Holy Dom. Kier says, I'll be back. That's an epic one-liner from the movies. I am half European mix and half Ethiopian. Hi, Randall Green. I will sometimes change my hairstyle, but I do my hair like this because I rarely have like extra time to do something else, so that's why. Christmas earrings. Rohit. I do watch Ginny and Georgia. Perfect mix of white and black. Well, I'm 50-50, so that's my mix. William Joy. Yeah, I mean, this could be a topic of conversation. I love kids. I grew up around a ton of kids because my mom did daycare. And I think kids are really sweet. But when you can't ignore the trend of all these countries. I mean, it's like consistently all of like, it's like Canada, United States, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. It's just like the birth rate is plummeting. And the various reasons why people are choosing to not have kids, like the ones that I've seen are, I can't afford to buy a house, I can't afford my groceries, I have to work 2 to 3 jobs just to survive. There's nowhere in my budget that raising a child fits in here. Some people just want to focus more, like women specifically, because we're the ones who have the kids. Women want to focus more on career than having children. There's, what's another one? Cost, career, climate change. The three C's. Climate change, people are just like, yeah, The writing is on the wall. It's not looking great for the climate. Like, let's not have kids. Let's not bring kids into this. I'm not like, myself, I'm not like anti-kids or pro-kids. I just love reading about current events and what's going on. And I mean, you have the more traditional side of people where it's like, you gotta have kids, like family is everything, like you'll figure it out. And I'm like, sure, yeah, I mean, I do think family is important. I love my family. I loved growing up in my household. It was awesome. But what I do think about is like, people are like, oh yeah, you'll figure it out, you'll figure it out. And it's like, well, we have millions of kids in the United States who are put up for adoption every year, who are put into foster care homes because apparently the parents like couldn't figure it out and they just, you know, gave up the kids. So clearly there is an affordability problem with kids. With some people, they can't make it work. Or yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting to like, because a lot of people have been posting. It's just like, why we as a couple are dual income, no kids. It's called DINK, D-I-N-K. And there's like anything, like any topic, there's arguments, like there's good arguments on both sides. People are like, well, when you get older, like, aren't you gonna be lonely if you don't have kids? Who's gonna take care of you? The counter argument to that is, well, you shouldn't be having children just so you're gonna have a caretaker when you get old. Like, that's not the burden of a kid. That's like, they didn't get to choose to be here in the first place. So to me, that's not a good argument, but yeah, it's interesting I love to hear people argue on both sides, like have kids versus not have kids. Okay, that was a lot of yapping. Rich is here. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see you. Also, I just was thinking about you because you said yesterday you were working 28 days straight. You're picking up Sunday shifts. Like, are you worried at all about like burnout or just, I don't know, that just seems like so much. Oh my gosh, Jesse is here. Jesse, who's also, I saw that you got a membership gifted to you. I think it was on Wednesday night this week. But I do want to say thank you and hello to Jesse. How have you been lately? Great to see you and thank you very much for the super chat. Smiley face. There we go. Thank you, Jesse. Okay, let me see. Oh, I'm so behind now. This is bad. Good to have a lot of comments, but I feel bad when people are like, what is she even reading? She's like 5 minutes behind. And I'm like, I try to get to everyone's comments, that's why. But I also will go off on tangents. Okay, Hundo Bands Global, I see you. William Joy's comment, I read it, where you were saying hard to afford a kid when I can't afford groceries. Yes, I mean, you do. I'm a firm believer in whenever you're gonna make a decision, a big one especially, you do have to sit down and like look at the numbers. You can't just go off of a vibe where it's like, yeah, like let's do it. I'm feeling it, and you haven't actually considered the costs. Thank you, Colonel Omar Hoyos. Do I want kids? I get asked this a lot. I lean toward yes, to be honest. Like my gut check, like the sense I get is like I do envision kids in my future. So I lean more yes than no. But at this point, like in the current situation, like I don't want kids now. I don't want them next year. Maybe 3 years from now when I'm like 35, maybe. But I could see between now and the end of my 30s. Like that, it could definitely happen, but not immediately. Let's see, Mike Moore, too many people in the world anyway, says time is. Yeah, I was just looking this up on yesterday's live stream, and the current population is 8.1 or 8.2 billion people on planet Earth. And as far as I know, it's like it's never been higher. Like the global population is like continuing to be like the highest it's ever been. Eventually it's going to come back down though because of the birth rates declining, unless in the developing world they outpace us with their kids. Japan's birth rate is dropping. I know everywhere the birth rate is dropping. United States, Europe, like Germany, Russia, Korea actually I think has the lowest birth rate of any developed country, or one of the lowest. It's like no one's having kids over there. Charlie, I see you. Nobody is here. Damien Partridge, Carlos, thank you. Let me grab my coffee. I've got lots of stuff with me today. YouTube, Omar Hoyos. I love watching movies, yes. Julio Antonio Fernandez, Amreen, Tiger Kishore, the Colonel. Plus you need to be emotionally well adjusted to raise a life and not mess it up, yes. Tobe YouTube, I wish I was 5'7". I'm actually 5'5". As a girl, I wish I was like 2 to 3 inches taller than I am, just because I think it helps being taken seriously more, but it's okay. Mein Hases Name mit ein Eichhörnchen, love to see it. Same face almost exactly, says Tobe YouTube. Thomas Geethers, like and subscribe, it's free. I'm pro Eichhörnchen. Amazing. Physical maturity doesn't necessarily demote emotional maturity. But baby Shalini, Tiger Kishore, ice cream. Well-adjusted personality is doing something to my heart, says ice cream. Chodhari is here. Westlife Pet Shelter. Okay, getting caught up. The Architect, I see you. Alexandru, Christea. Thank you, Tiger Kishore, for the bouquet emojis. Those are so lovely. RV Beniwal. The Colonel says exactly. Aniket, beautiful. Take care of you, says Diffie, prayers and blessings. Apong W, Aniket Singh, Omar Hoyos, Dylan Ellis, Sudish Kumar. All right, Malavarapu is here. Ashley Gasga. I'm getting caught up, people. Jesse says some of the some of the dumbest people I know growing up are the people that turned out to be parents. I will say this. There are people that I grew up with where they weren't, I wouldn't call them dumb. No, they were smart. Like, they were smart people, like, but they got into all the wrong activities in high school. They flunked out. They were just getting into trouble with law enforcement. And like, I've seen these people having kids, and I'm like, oh no. I mean, you never know. People can turn it around when it's a child. Like, that can really snap someone into a different state, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm trying to think. None of my, sorry, one second, of my friends, and I feel like, most of my friends, we were either like valedictorians, we all have like master's degrees or law degrees. It's like we did good in school. None of my friends, except for like one, has a child, and we're all in our 30s. And I feel like it's interesting, because when I think about other generations, like if I had been a boomer generation person or a Gen X, I probably would have kids right now. I probably would have the family situation. Yeah, I look around at all my friends from college, and I'm thinking of all of my roommates. Every roommate, every bestie, every classmate I was close to, people I studied abroad with, none of us have kids. Like, none of us, except for one person. And it actually is a guy. Like, nobody else in my friend group has children. And I'm gonna be 32, so my group of like friends, we're all, ranging from maybe like 29, 30 to like 32. Yeah, it's so interesting. Every single friend of mine, from high school, from college, from grad school, and from study abroad, and all of my career, all of my jobs, none of us have kids. Okay, All right. Sudesh Kumar, I know I'm behind. Mala Varapu, I saw you. Ashley Gaska, Dragon D, who's a member. I see you using the Daryl Dixon emoji. Love it. Thuto said hi. Buddha hairstyle is nice. That's cracking me up, Nanda. Getting a bit worried, fell asleep end of your stream last night. Oh no, Rich, oh. Well, I guess, I mean, I know you're all about the grind. I respect it. I try to like work as hard as I can while also trying to be responsive to any like signals I'm getting from my body where it's like severe exhaustion, underslept. So, I mean, for you, I think you, I mean, I know based on everything I've heard and know about you, but like, I'm sure you can make it through 28 days just fine, but it is a lot. You will earn a lot of income with those extra days and the time and a half that you're gonna earn on Sundays. Graham Mosquito, Araz Ahmedi from Iran, Stone Papa's Murph, what up Hannah? You make my Saturday shift go by fast when I can hop on. Yes, I love to hear that. It makes me smile when I picture people with their phone. I'm assuming you would have it be on your phone, like at your work shift and you're just doing whatever it is that you're working on and then you're like watching or hearing at the same time. Yabba dabba doo, looks like spammers win the crown. I don't think so. 713 Shake, Timothy Peters, Edward Reyes. Culture and economics are against having kids, at least looking at where we were many moons ago. Yes, Edward Reyes, I completely agree with this. And I will keep saying this. I am not against having kids. I am not against having a family. I actually think it would be lovely. But I'm such a data and numbers person. I track my finances to the penny. I track it every single month, everything I spend, everything I save, everything I invest. And I'm like, okay, let's like look at the situation here. Someone was saying, okay, it costs roughly $200K, something like that, to raise a child in the United States from age, honestly, I think it's way more than 200,000. But the cost, like, they have put a price tag on raising a child from age 0 to age 18. Forget about college. College is like a whole nother beast for affordability. But just from age 0 to 18, once they become a legal adult, it's like 200, 300K to raise a child. And it could be way more depending on the child's needs, if they have medical needs, if they have educational extra needs, if, you know, how much you want to go on vacation, how many sports you want to put them into, if you want them to have music lessons. I mean, all this stuff adds up very quickly. More health insurance costs. And I'm like, you know, I don't really, at the moment, I'm not seeing that financially as a feasible option. Someone was like, if I see a price tag for something that's like $300,000, I know I can't afford it. So yeah, it's and it's not just an item you're thinking about spending money on. It's a human child. It's a human being. So in my opinion, it's like you better be damn prepared, because there's no bigger task than that. Like raising and developing a child. Graham is, okay, you're in Australia, nice. Favorite one line from a movie, I gotta go see about a girl, don't know it. We've got, let's see, ciao, you're beautiful, thank you Maurizio, Dragon, oatmeal's cooking and different oatmeal cookies. Omar, I am 31, gonna be 32 in September. Antonio Salazar, good morning to you, hope you're well. Diffie Prayers and Blessings says, my love is free. I'm a celibate raised by mostly old folks from Alabama that are no longer around, but being the youngest and only a boy of 4, I've been scared of women considering I'm unfamiliar. Each person's path is their own, and people love to, you know, compare and status signal and shame other people for not having this and that, and it's just like, every person's path is different. I think about like, if people are roasting people about being celibate or being single. I'm just like, well, look at all the people who decided to like go into the clergy. I mean, look at Pope Leo, look at Pope Francis, like look at all the religious people who have decided, no, that part of life is not for me. I'm dedicating myself to something else. Like who cares? I don't know. People are, not everyone, but many people are just very petty. Westlife Pet Shelter, Chodhari, Chaco your bro, Michael Hageman from Iowa. I love it. Iowa is where it's at. I've been to Iowa more times than I can count. I'm in Minnesota. I don't know if you knew that. Specifically Minneapolis. I've got a picture of it back here. You probably know this, but we're the land of 10,000 lakes. This is the Minneapolis downtown skyline over here. And then just in Minneapolis, we have like 8 to 9 lakes, I want to say, could be more. And then in the summertime, like these right now in July, there's sailing schools, people take kayaks and canoes out onto the water. There's swimming, there's like parasailing. I don't even know all the names for things, but yeah, it's a great place. The last time I was in Iowa, oh man, it was probably like 2017 on a road trip. But yeah, Iowa's great. Only great things. Okay. Kaylin, I see you. Dunning-Kruger effect, Justin Clark. Can y'all actually not afford a normal house working a 9 to 5? It depends on the 9 to 5. 9 to 5s are not created equally, Justin Clark. You got some 9 to 5s that are earning $40,000. Ain't nobody affording an actual decent, safe, structurally sound house in the United States on a $40,000 a year income, unless you have a partner who makes more, or at least combined you have something. But yeah, no, I mean, some 9 to 5s you earn like 300K. Like my dad was killing it in his 9 to 5 when he was working in corporate America, and like well into the 6 figures, like crazy bonuses every year. So I'm like, well, yeah, like his 9 to 5 alone would have been fine for a house. But like, it depends on what your income is and how much debt you have. Because you have, you got people, they're so, I have to go on a tangent here because I really do love Dave Ramsey. Some of his stuff, I'm just like, I don't agree with you, Dave. You're being annoying. He's very, very old school boomer. But I would say I love about 80% of what he teaches. And some of this, he's a financial guy, if you don't know. You should subscribe to him just for entertainment and learning purposes. He's very conservative. He's openly, like, he met with Trump during the lead up to the election. So that aside, because I know like a lot of people don't like him because of his political views, but if you're just looking at his channel, his content for educational purposes, I have learned more. I feel like I have like a mini, like a associate's degree in finance from watching his show. It's so informative. And the people that call into Dave Ramsey's show, some of the situations will blow your mind. It's like a couple will call in, it's the husband or the wife, and they're saying, yeah, like, we make combined income, we make $400,000 a year, almost $500,000. But we're living paycheck to paycheck. And Dave is like, okay, well, how many cars do you have? How much is your mortgage? How many vacations are you going on? And you realize it's like these people make so much money, but all that money goes right back out the door for car payments, for luxury shoes and purses. And it's just like wild, some people's finances. Yeah. So 9 to 5s aren't created equally, and also people's finances are different. So it really depends on your own individual financial circumstances, whether or not you can actually afford a house. Dunning-Kruger effect, Chalo on the track, all about lifestyle, exactly. Kaylin, I'm doing great. Dennis and Olivera, thank you so much for the well wishes. Eggman, I'm a data analyst for my 9 to 5. Dennison, Gasum, A Domino, Virtue Signal, and status signaling. No, they're both a thing. P. Rated Frog is here. Morris Ortega. Yes, people do think that I look in my 20s, but I am in my 30s. Hamza, hello. TBH, I would prefer to build a company than to build a family. And that's true. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm of the opinion that like everyone gets to just decide what their path is. There are some, like, I graduated from college with a girl, like with a fellow student, and she was like pregnant at graduation, got married right after, and now has like 3 kids. Like, she was so like set. She is someone who absolutely knew. She was like, I want to be a parent. I want babies. I want this right now. That was her priority. But then there's like plenty of other people who want to have family later, like in their mid to late 30s, or people who just don't really want kids and they want to focus on their career. I know some couples, like, they decided to never have kids and they're older, and they are some of the happiest people I've ever seen, traveling all over the world, going on cruises through Europe, going to the tropics, going to professional sports games. It's like, you see that lifestyle, but then you also see full families doing the same thing. People traveling the world with their kids, or just doing like road trips and all the like school field trips. So I'm like, it's whatever you want to do with your life. Chalo, that's true. Ralph Passler, 100% not first date. Yeah, Rated Frog, no worries. You're fine. Jesse, I like that cup. I want coffee now. Yes, this is my favorite coffee cup. It's the Van Gogh painting, The Starry Night. And this is crazy to me. So I got this coffee cup as a souvenir when I went to a Van Gogh exhibit. It was traveling through here, like one of the stops was here in Minneapolis. And I decided to go to this Van Gogh exhibit for my 28th birthday, which is gonna be 4 years ago in September. Like, this coffee mug I got almost 4 years ago. And I remember that exhibit and that whole outing, that birthday, crystal clear. I remember like what I was wearing. I remember everyone I went with, like birthday cake. It was so wonderful. And I'm like, dang, that last 4 years. Crazy. Ralph, hello, ich komme aus Deutschland, aber kann kein Englisch, kein Problem. Ich kann auch Deutsch. Maya Frankel, Kunha, Luann de Silva. Ralph, we don't understand. I do speak German. So Ralph, you're in the right place because I can speak German. Paulo Cesar, hi Void Edits. Morris Ortega from the Philippines. Ooh, Rich with the subscriber live updates. Thank you, Rich. We're currently at 9.22K subs, and my goal for this entire year was to get to 10,000 subscribers, but it's looking like, based on numbers, based on how, I can look at my dashboard in YouTube and see the growth in the channel. I think I'm gonna cross 10,000 subscribers sometime next month. And for those of you who haven't heard me say this, I'm gonna keep saying this every live stream from now until the end of August. I'm gonna be doing a 24-hour live stream. It's gonna be the last 2 days of August. So it's gonna go from Saturday, August 30th to Sunday, August 31st. I'm planning to start the live stream around 11 in the morning. That way I can like load up on sleep, just get as much sleep as I can, wake up and then quickly start the live stream, and then just be up for a full 24 hours. For those of you, it's like, just to remember, if you're in the United States, I'm doing this over Labor Day weekend. I did it over Labor Day, or I scheduled it for Labor Day, I should say, because I'll have that 3rd day to recover and just kind of like, get ready to go back to work. But mark your calendars, people. I am doing a 24-hour live stream. Honestly, it'll probably start like this right here. Like, I'll have my coffee. It'll be a Saturday morning. I'll have some, cereal, Cheerios, whatever, just chatting. And then as the day goes on, I'll probably I am eventually gonna go over to my kitchen, make some food, watch some shows, do show and tell, show you guys different, it's gonna be fun. So definitely check out some of that 24-hour live stream. Charles Beauvoir from Paris. Oh my goodness, I love Paris. Wonderful. V8 Ralph says Christopher Wallace. We brought dinner. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry, people. Maya Franco, Hamza, Christopher Wallace. Entspannt euch, Jungs. Sie ist ein Guten. Danke, Christopher. Dunning-Kruger Fag. People follow the superficial. The Bulldog. Railfan, sorry. You've been here before. So Brown Thrasher landed in the same fig tree I'm in. That sounds, I'm confused. We've got Morris Ortega from the Philippines. Hello, Morris. I see Luan da Silva Santos. Gianna Forever, yes. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's getting crazy. Like I can sense like a very busy season on the horizon. So August is gonna be very busy because I've got a lot of friends coming into town, like just a lot of fun stuff. And then what else? End of August is gonna be the 24-hour live stream. My YouTube 5-year anniversary is on September 10th, and then my birthday is on September 13th. So August and then into like mid-September is gonna be busy, you guys. I'm very excited for the anniversary. Gianna Forever. Guto Kowalski, I see you. Anonymous is in Sioux Falls. Oh my gosh, I've been to Sioux Falls like at least once. I went there for a soccer tournament in high school. And then I feel like I've been a second time. But I know for sure I've been there once. I really loved it. I remember thinking it was like a very like charming city. Jose G says Merry Christmas. I didn't know you were in Sioux Falls. Wait, Anonymous, are you always in Sioux Falls? Or are you just traveling through? I'm gonna write this down. That's easy to remember. Anonymous equals Sioux Falls. Nice. The state bird of Georgia landed in the same tree as me and it was eating figs. That's cool. Dragon D, we brought dinner. Jonathan 40. All right, we've got Cure. 40K make a month, says Cure. Yes, it's raining after 3 months. My pastures need it. You can make a living off of minimum wage. You don't need all that money. Not always. Morris Ortega, Charles Beauvoir, Solomon Irwin. Hello, Solomon. Morris Ortega, Void Edits. Paulo Cesar, good evening to you. Yes, I do remember you, Void Edits. Jocelyn Boulos, hello. Jocelyn, I do think the one girl who loves drama. Chalo, Guto Kowalski, Hannah, I'm 93. Do you think I can meet an old school girl? I'm 93. Do you mean you're like a 1993 baby or you're 93 years old? I'm guessing you're asking this as a 1993 millennial. Yes, there's definitely old school ladies out there. But I would say if you're in the United States, you would want to look more, I would say, in like the suburbs and like rural America. Like you'll find them in the cities, of course, but I think it's just the odds of finding an old-fashioned, old-school person, and by that I mean a more conservative person, your odds would go up if you get farther from the cities. Kaylin, 11 days till your birthday. Amazing. Jesse says, according to Google, you need to make at least $15 to $25 an hour to raise a kid. That $15 seems super low, above minimum wage though. I do not believe that for a second, honestly. I'm very skeptical about, no. I think if you really talked to any parent who's raising kids now, like in this economy, 15 to 25, no, I don't think that's enough. Gasum, Omar, Gopal Sharma, Nuskius is here, Rasim John, Julio Antonio, 475 Chill Guy, you look so young for real, girl. I'm doing my best. Jesse says, I generally don't remember how we used to look up stuff before Google. Yeah, Jesse, so I had a laptop for school beginning in high school. And I mean, I remember so I'm a millennial, I remember being in school and sometimes I just would not have time to do all the readings, do all the whatever. And so I would just go on Spark Notes, I would go on Cliff Notes, and it was these websites where they would summarize Shakespeare plays and very famous books like To Kill a Mockingbird or Ernest Hemingway's works or The Scarlet Letter. Like, thank God for those websites. Like, that was really helpful. And then I do remember just having to look stuff up and type stuff up on like my papers. I was like, how the heck did anyone revise and like do multiple drafts of paper, of like a paper on physical paper? I just was like, oh my God, what a pain this would have been. And then, yeah, I don't remember how people would look stuff up pre-internet. Sounds horrible. Renee Domingo is here. Christopher Wallace, Mwanji Russell. I think a day will come where you need a license to have kids. I don't know. Given the fact that the birth rates are plummeting all over the world in developed countries, I think if you put an extra, like, things are like the birth rate is dropping already. If you add a license to it, you're gonna make the birth rate like just tank to like nothing, because people are not gonna want to go through the extra hassle of getting a license. And I think also governments are like scrambling to try and get people to have more kids. And here in the United States, they've introduced, I don't know if they actually passed it, but they were floating this idea, at least, about giving parents a baby bonus check of like $5,000, basically to incentivize people to have kids. It's like, okay, if you want a kid, like, by the way, you can get a $5,000 check from the government as like a thanks, because they're like, this isn't sustainable. We need people to have more kids. Rich with the Hannah, Squirrel, Minnesota, Zombie, and Tofu emojis. Yes, encyclopedias. I do remember encyclopedias, but using them, I don't know. Thank you, Gasum. Let's see, Rasim from Turkey. Guto. Russell, like in China. Yikes. Hi, how have you been? Says A, I'm doing good. Jade Delgado. Slowly but surely. Excuse me, I'm getting caught up, guys, but I still am very behind. Cool, Genuine Phil, hello. Hi to everyone here. I'm getting caught up, so I am behind in the comments, but I just want to say hello to everyone. Trey Hodges got my costume accessories. Okay, must be behind on whatever you're saying. Okay, Stone Papa Smurf, my aunt is a very successful career woman with no kids. She's in her 60s now, and not having kids bothers her. It leaks out in different ways. Yes, I mean, the thing is, there's regret on both sides. There's people who get to an older age and they regret not having kids. There's also, it sounds really bad, but it's true. There are people who have kids and deeply regret it. Actually, this is pretty crazy, but I had a coworker once. Oh, I had a coworker in a meeting. It's just, we were sitting next to each other and she just turned to me and was like, Hannah, don't have kids. Like, she just was like brutally honest with me, and I was like, oh my God, that is so sad. So there is regret on both sides. My personal take is I would rather, if I know I don't want kids, or if I'm on the fence, I would rather regret it later than having kids and then regretting it. Cause it's like, you can't I mean, that kid is already here. So yeah, regret goes both ways. Yabba Dabba Doo says, in my days, it was the reference library for students in college. Yep. And now we have ChatGPT. Yay! That's what I love about this age. I'm like, thank God I was born in the year that I was, because I got the benefit of laptops and smartphones in school. And I didn't have ChatGPT, so I still had to do all the work myself. I couldn't have a robot write everything. But now I'm just, I'm so glad. I just think about, like, as a human, you get so much of your precious time back when you don't have to be like going and looking stuff up by hand. You can access information in milliseconds, which is like, for me, I'm like, I'm so glad I get to go and do other stuff. Like, I don't have to burn tons of time on this task that can just take like 2 seconds. All right. Cam Yonk, okay, from Indonesia. Trey Hodges, DTA, thank you. Vlad SC. Nick, I'm doing good. MD Joe Bear, yes, join that live if that's cool. Sister Hodges, if you're talking about the 24-hour live stream, I'd love to see you there. Cool, Genuine Phil, yo, Hannah, Kaylin Crew, looking forward to it. Yes, thank you guys. I love to hear it. We've got Gasum, Arkham Go Treefers, Jennifer Horta. Trey Hodges was saying, Hannah, guess what September is for me? I have no clue. Is it your birthday month as well? Mian M, Gaz, hello. The car guy, Samson. Okay, Rahul, I'm him. Like and subscribe, it's free. If that guy is 93, I'm shocked he's yeah, Jesse, I was the 93 guy. I was like, wait, I'm reading this as a 1993, like, birth year person, not 93. That's a good point. Guta says, I'm kidding, Hannah, okay. All right, Kaylin, don't forget to double tap. Yes, Maria, hello, Maria, so good to see you. It's been a while. I haven't been able to join your last lives. How are you? Good. I've been, like, not as busy lately. It's been more kind of just run-of-the-mill weeks at work. But, like, let me tell you, August is going to be a busy month and September is going to be a busy month. I don't know if you've heard me say this already, Maria, but I am doing a 24-hour live stream at the end of August to celebrate crossing 10,000 subscribers because, I mean, based on numbers, I should be crossing 10,000 sometime probably like first half of August. So to celebrate that, I am doing a 24-hour live stream and it's over Labor Day weekend. So the last 2 days of August, August 30th to August 31st. How about you, Maria? How are you? Brian is here. Rana is here. Recharger, hello. Trey Hodges, September 6th is the con for me. The convention, maybe? I use ChatGPT every day. I don't use it every day, but I use it like maybe a few times a week. Eugene, February. Brian, that's why it has books to get information before the internet. Joe Deppy. Chitan Nandu. To raise kids in this world, you need $200,000 to $300,000 in the United States. Oh yeah. And that's like on average. Let me tell you, my one friend of all my friends who has a kid, that child, like his kid, the birth was extremely, extremely complicated and rough. The baby had to go through heart surgery, like day 2 of being alive. And I was talking to my friend after, I mean, the baby is now like 2 years old. But I was talking to my friend whose kid that was, and I remember visiting him and his wife in the hospital and bringing them food and just, you know, seeing how they were. And after the fact, my friend was telling me that, like, luckily they have insurance, but the total bill for all the procedures that their baby had to get done immediately after the birth on the heart, and there were tubes and, you know, like all this equipment, it was over $1 million. I don't know what their portion of that they had to pay, but even if it was 50% covered, like that's $500,000. So I was like, that it's because some people have very simple births, and then some people you have to stay in the hospital for a really long time. There's multiple surgeries for both the mom and the kid. it can be like financially crushing just to have like right out the bat. Like, let's just, like, what is the average cost of giving birth in the United States? So it ranges from 15,000 to 26,000, based on type of birth. If you need a C-section, it's more because that's surgery. But then if there's complications, if the kid has to be in the intensive care unit, neonatal intensive care unit, it can easily get to be like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you can, just the birth alone of one child can be extremely expensive. So when people say that it costs $200,000 to $300,000 to raise a kid, I'm like, that estimate is not, that does not, because it's like, I know how much it costs just for my grocery bill. Like, if I ran the numbers, like my grocery bill, my electricity bill, and it's like just based on those numbers for 1 year, and then you multiply that by 18 because it's like that's how long you would have a child under your care legally. It doesn't add up to 200, 300,000. It's more like $500,000 or more. I think that number is way, 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 way too low. Way too low. Okay, anyways, the car guy, all right, we've got Charisse Brewster, true fact. I'm trying to get caught up here. Dang it. So many comments, so sorry, guys. Bob Olson, Guto Kowalski, Eugene February, Jungle Thriving. Let's see, Trey Hodges, got my costume accessories for it. Jeremy, Space Invaders. Young people can't afford to have kids. Boomers want grandbabies, but also want to hoard affordable housing. I've been thinking about this too. It's just like, I mean, I was raised by boomers, so I don't hate boomers. I think there's pros and cons of every generation, like things I really like, things I can't stand. But like the boomers, they just were born at a great time in history where you could buy, like, oh my God, when I talk to my parents about like how much they paid for their house and what it's worth now, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you guys. I mean, they know they were born at a very like advantageous time. Like the market was going crazy. You could buy a home on a single income, not making that much. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so lucky. Like your houses are so much money. And it's like, it's great for them, but also, yes, like the boomers probably, like I think most boomer parents want grandkids, and it's like I don't know, guys, like we'll see, but it's rough. Let's see. Yes, Jungle Thriving. Oh my gosh, I do remember learning the Dewey Decimal System. Even when I learned it, I remember thinking that it was like kind of useless, because I remember thinking, I was like, eventually, like, we're just not, like, why would I ever need to know this? Like, I can just have someone like show me where the library book, like I myself don't need to know how to like organize books or look for books. I can just, otherwise, like, what's the point of having librarians in the library? What's the accurate number of humans that the earth can sustain without resources being depleted? I have no idea. Dunning-Kruger effect. Brian Moses, Trey Hodges, going to Comic-Con in September. Gotcha. That is so cool. I would love to go to Comic-Con. Zuzana, Jesse, I feel like it hits women maybe a little harder not having kids. True, but also, Jesse, like, this is something that's a bit annoying, is I feel like women are, like, very much, like, socially programmed and told, like, your purpose, like, your main purpose, like, your ultimate achievement is to, like, have kids, like, basically just have babies. Like, then you've fulfilled your role on planet Earth. So I feel like, I know, like, older bachelor men, they get no comments. It's like they decided to not have kids, and it's like, yeah, man, like, Ooh, he's a silver fox. Ooh, he's a golden bachelor. He's just living his life. And then women are the ones, if they decide to go that route, women get completely trashed by people. And it's like, oh, she's an old spinster. How depressing. How sad. It's like, what I don't appreciate is like the pressure and the shaming. If a woman genuinely does not want to have kids, also, not every woman physically can have kids. Like, actually, there's at least one person in my family. I know she would have loved to have children, but biologically, she has a medical condition that prevents her from having her own children. And I'm sure it bums her out. But that's something I don't appreciate, is like, you have the pressure and the expectation where it's like, oh, well, this is what you do. It's so sad if you don't have kids. And then I think about all the women who get this kind of messaging and they get this kind of pressure from their family and, or society. And it's like, some women can't even have kids and they wish they could. So it's like it's like twisting the knife. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down a bit. DTA, you're welcome. Charisse Brewster, Guto. We got Johanna, did you make that short I requested? I don't remember what it was. Recharger. Thank you, Charisse Brewster. Victor C is here. Christo, Johnny Walker, I see you. Latoya Jackson, I don't fish because I'm vegan, but I have gone fishing. Like growing up, I went fishing like 3 times. Thank you, Rich, for the members only emojis. What's in Morocco other than an F1 track and phosphate? I must be behind. Brian Moses, gonna name my daughter Hannah. I really love my name. I've told my parents, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you picked the name Hannah. I've loved it forever. Brown Lion says, congratulations, sweetie. Ace Ford, buenas tardes. It's actually past 12 o'clock noon, so it is my afternoon here. A cheese-based diet, LOL. That's gonna kill somebody. Yeah, I would not personally ever recommend a cheese-based diet. BD Bob, hello. ASKK, Recharger, Eat Birthday, coming up soon. Jamie Hubler is here, hello. Brian, let's go to the south. DTA, yes, Hannah, that's what I was telling you, Kowalski. Cherie says September is my month as well. Shogo Yamada, hello. Avi, analyzing finances to assent on having a child and there's an immigrant family with 6. That's a skill issue. I don't know. I would say some people, the best parents I've seen are the ones that are meticulous and they've planned things out. Ugh, and they're like fully invested. Recharger, Gokhan L. I'm 5'5". Duminda. Okay. Jose Hernandez. Okay. Jose Hernandez. I'm gonna skip a little bit. Let's see. Jesse says, I feel like it is messed up in a bit of double standard. Women get a negative stereotype attached to them. I know. It's like, it's really, I'm like, this is so lame. We're like free, like solo dudes who are just, they have, like, there are men I know, like they have no interest in being married. They have no interest in kids. They're just living that like free, fun life. And they get like the pats on the back. They're like, yeah, man, like you go travel the world. Like, you know, you have like a hot girlfriend now and then you're going to have a hot girlfriend in 2 months. And it's just like, go take on the world, like do your thing, man. And it's like, they get so much hype generally if you're in that boat, if you're a guy. And then it's like the woman, it's like, oh, how sad it must be. What a tragedy. And I'm like, oh, this is so dumb. This is so silly. Okay, Brian, Jose Hernandez, Jaguar, Maria. It's so strange because it is the present, but it feels like we're still living in the past, if that makes sense. Tell me more. MX Jot, Misty, Jaguar, yes, go to my channel and watch my videos. Marcos, Misty, I make edits. I went vegan for health reasons and don't want to spend my own money on animal products. All right, Rod Vogel, Little Tony LT, Anonymous, another Anonymous is here. Privyet, Glitch, good to see you. Okay. Thank you, Misty. Belize to the world. Nonas from Brazil. Wajha, Recharger. All right. I'm almost caught up, guys. I did have to miss a few comments. Nonas Hitman, Zoe McKay. Hello. Flower is here. Justine Sibugan, Atheist Ragnar, Abdurrahim Kolasante, and Vinay. Hello. Justine. The Fire, Guto, Kowalski, Marcus Edwards. Daniel Wambua. Would you rather ride a horse, a motorcycle? Hi, Araparos. Gym time is here. Love that. Glitch. Oh gosh, more Russian. Nravyatsya Tvoi Mil Sergey. Sergey? Are you saying your name is Sergey? I'm gonna have to copy paste that. I could read it, but that's about it. Misty, it's after 12 o'clock noon. I'm gonna start my first drink soon. I would like to ride a horse. I have ridden a horse. That's very fun. I would like to own horses actually one day. All right. Sorry, getting distracted here. I never gave you guys a poll question. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let's see, gym time, thank you. BNG Black, Guto, set a timer so the chat will slow down and you'll be able to read all the comments. I'm all caught up. Mohammed Yunus, I'm going to Spain. Where in Spain are you going to? I love Spain. Jeremy Lingdo, Mohammed. All right, gotta turn on my show. Come on, Netflix. Thank you, Maypen. River Rat, I love your videos. Thank you so much. Yes, if you guys have not gone to my channel, go and check out the videos. I do baking, I do cooking, I've done travel vlogs, I've done brand collabs. I've had a lot of those lately. Trivia question, you guys. I'm really struggling. Barca or Real Madrid? Real Madrid all the way. Bobby Vranek is here. How are you, Bobby? Mohammed Yunus Bata is here. Let me think. Yeah, you guys, what should I do? What should I have for my trivia question? I'm so... Favorite word, favorite day of the week. I could do that one. That's kind of boring though. Okay, let's do this one. So, guess my favorite day of the week. Is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Boom. Isn't everybody's favorite day of the week just gonna be Friday? We'll see. 12 Kangaroos. Mondays are the best, says Recharger. Christine Krajewski. Friday, I'm not going to say anything. Mondays are the best. Gym time. Sunday. See, that's why I picked Thursday through Sunday, because I feel like a lot of people love Friday. I mean, some people like Thursday. Honestly, there's a thrill to the Thursday evening, because you're basically, if you work a job and you have to work on Friday, it's just like, whatever. I can stay up late. It's one more day of work. It's not the biggest deal. So Thursdays are fine, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's a range. So we'll see what people say. Shivani, thank you so much. Giorgio, thank you. I see yeehaw, hee-haw. Let's see. Guto Kowalski, you guessed. Wait, hold on. Guto guessed Saturday. Frank Vaughn. Great, it's Saturday. The weather is wonderful in Zurich. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Thomas Briscoe. DJ Cook fan. Rob Dean says I don't like Mondays. We've got Mohammed on your grandpa's phone. Andy Prine from Germany, Dortmund, amazing. Ich war nie in Dortmund. Andy Prine, October Nance, Frank Vaughn. Why so many people Saturday? I get up Monday and day can finally be back at work. Glitch, oh gosh, more Russian. Let's see what you're saying, because I do have some time. Misty guessed Saturday for the poll question. Let me copy this into Google Translate, because my Russian is not that fast. Oh, dang it. Google Translate. Russian. Friday is the day right before relaxing, so school will end the next day. Okay, I think I got what you said. Frank Vaughn is in Cape Town, South Africa. Amazing. In Switzerland, you work Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday free. Yes, same here in the United States. Chief of DC, hello, how are you? Poll question, how many kids would you have if you had unlimited money? Ooh, that's a good one. I think I'll do that one next, because that definitely, like, income for me, this is not everyone, but for me personally, income would dictate like how many kids I would be willing to have. Cause it's like, how many people these days can afford to have 8 children in the United States economy today? Not many people could afford that, but really rich people could afford that. So that's an interesting one. That would actually, I don't know. Car guy, Bangash Khan, guest Sunday, Andy Prine, Dortmund ist eine schöne Stadt. I have heard great things. What if the person you like most is at work? Guta Kowalski, Misty, I love lazy Sundays. Yes, me too, Jessie. Do you charge for subscription? So Misty, you can sub on YouTube. Subbing to a channel is free. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to a channel. I do have memberships. So if you become a member of my channel, that is a monthly fee, $3 a month or $5 a month. And I post members only videos and shorts. My members get to view all of my uploads first, even if they're gonna be like published to everyone else at a later time. And if you're a member, you also get to use members only emojis in the chat. Someone texted me. The Hermit. People are and do that. Jesse, I've seen plenty of people have 8 kids and no job. A lot of those kids are probably going to end up in jail. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's ways to make it work, but I personally, no, I would want to have like all the resources at my disposal to give parenthood like the best shot possible. Like, I would not want to have anything else distracting me whatsoever or stressing me out. I would want to be like, I am all in on my kids. I don't have to worry about finances. I don't have to worry about groceries. I don't have to worry about any of this crap. Like, if I could just exclusively focus all of my efforts on kids without any of the stresses that most parents have to deal with, daycare, food, clothing, diapers, vacation, extracurriculars, piano lessons, school stuff, like that is like the dream type of parenthood for me. The Hermit, okay, Red, you, let's see, like, shares, and subs are free. Do all 3. Yes, thank you, Chief of DC. Thank you, Misty. Glitch says polka. Misty, so true. 1 kid is hard enough, let alone 8. Yes. Well, and again, it goes back to, I mean, I think when people are planning to have kids, when couples are planning to have kids, some kids are born with like, they need a lot, like they're born with some kind of developmental disability. They need like an oxygen tank. They have diabetes, so the kid needs an insulin pump. They need to have heart surgery. The kid is born with maybe like a neurological condition, like they need therapy, they need counseling. Yeah, I mean, it's like not like, there's just like, there are some babies born where the cost of raising, like their needs aren't that high. It's like, okay, they need food, clothing, they need to go to school, they need, you know, enrichment maybe, but that's like, they need books and toys, that's it. That's really all they need. And then you have other kids where it's like they need to be like seeing a medical person every week. They need to be getting, you know, medications, they need surgeries, they need all this extra stuff. They need a bunch of support services if they have certain disabilities. Like, it's just the needs and the costs of raising a child are like so different. Yeah, so it's like, I really think you have to be prepared for any kind of kid you have. Yes, well, but Recharger, think about how much money Elon is worth. Like, that man is worth triple-digit billions. So that man can have as many children as he wants, and he could spend $1 billion on each child of his. He could just like write a check, put it in a trust for each of his kids, and just like be like, all right, kid number 1, because I think he has 14 children now. It's like let's just look this up. How much is Elon worth? He is worth $407.5 billion. Let me repeat that. Elon Musk, for all of you wondering how much Elon Musk is worth, $407 billion. So that man could have, it's funny to think about this because he could. That man could have 400 children and write each of them a check for $1 billion and be like, just do with this as you wish. Here's your gift from me. You get $1 billion, you get $1 billion, you get $1 billion, you get $1 billion. If he did that for 400 children, he still would have $7 billion left for himself. Like, that man can do whatever he wants because he is worth that much money. Okay. Let's see. Adrian Love is here. Misty's goal is to travel more. Nice. Where would you like to travel first, Misty? I guess like your next trip. What would you like to do? Spring Bethel. I think 2 kids is fine. Preferably 1 boy, 1 girl. Yes. Daniel says visit Nairobi. Let's see. Villain Killin' Dylan. Gal with the bun and the cherry earrings. Yes. Stone Papa Smurf, you're a perfectionist. Misty says, oh my, 14. Recharger thinks Elon is stingy. No, he just can do whatever he wants because he's Elon. Ahmed Ibrahim, let's see, Tiger Key Shore, Misty, I wish I was his kid then. Oh man, G-Man. Who are you talking about? Elon Musk. The one, the only, Elon Musk. Bomber T says, my kids ain't getting any of my money. That is so funny. That's actually more of Warren Buffett's stance. He's gonna leave his kids some money. Like, he's not gonna leave them with nothing, but he basically is like, I'm gonna give them some money, but it's not enough where they could just like lounge about for their whole lives. Misty says, I'd like to go to Kenya and Morocco. Very cool. Junebug alluded to shopping for intimates at Victoria's Secret. I don't know what you're talking about. Splendid. Elon is having kids with everyone. It's funny because I've seen him talk about, he's very concerned about population decline. So, I mean, Earth is at like its record high population right now, 8.1, 8.2 billion. But the birth rate is declining everywhere, like in the developed world. So, you know, it'll probably go down at some point. I wonder when it'll actually turn down rather than keep going up. But yeah, he has said he's like very concerned about the declining birth rate. And someone on the internet somewhere was like, well, Elon is taking it upon himself to address the birth rate problem by having all of these kids. Oh man, Stig is here. Videlis is here. Rob Dean, Adam Ali, I think. Misty, I noticed that. Elon trying to increase the population all by himself. I know, I was like, he does seem to be concerned, and maybe he is taking matters into his own hands. I thought that was entertaining. But yeah, I mean, when you have $407 billion, like, most people on planet Earth will never even make it to $1 billion. One. He has 407 of them. So, I mean, that amount of money, when you think about, even when, like, just, let's take it down by a factor. Like, if you had $407 million, that's crazy money. But he has 407 B. I'm like, my brain can't, like, it's just like, that is so much. I feel like you really can't truly comprehend it. Because at that point, like, when you think about buying a house, I mean, your average house is going to be, what, maybe $300K, $400K in the United States. That is like pennies for him. Crazy KZ, Harvey Specter. Thank you, Angelo Maniki, maybe? That's a hardworking man. Respect. Adnan. Jose Domingos. Bye, Misty. Glad to have you here. Okay, Jesse says that's beyond generational wealth. I know. Well, it's like beyond the, I mean, certain countries like GDP. Like, let me just, out of the blue, like, what is, like, Norway's GDP? Wow. Yeah, it's basically, he has, like, the GDP of certain countries. Norway is like 485. Maybe like a smaller country. What is, what's a smaller country? Maybe Greece. What is Greece's GDP? Yeah, oh my gosh, he has like, so Greece's GDP was 243 billion. he has more GDP than he has more net worth than country's entire, yeah, GDP. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh. It's just like, it's so fascinating to me. Just like like a person has built companies and products that have garnered that level of net worth is absolutely crazy. Yes, Zone, that truly is FU money. Like, yeah, you can do whatever you want when you're that net worth. Okay, Jesse, Beyond Generational Wealth. Dragon, I took up multiple engineering degrees to be like Iron Man. You still need the money to be Tony Stark. Yeah, well, it's like you need to... Actually, I watched this really great clip about just like the top 1% or something. And it's like all of them are entrepreneurs, athletes, entertainers, and... either it's like they inherited their money, or they were an entrepreneur, or they were an entertainer or an athlete. Like none of them, like you can't be an employee if you want to be in like the top 1%. Misty says, I subbed already and I'll try to become a member as soon as possible. That's so sweet, Misty. Oh, it's been great having you here. And yeah, I mean, you can become a member whenever you want. There's no rush. I appreciate it. Life is here, Zone 67. Fenyo, thank you, Misty. Oval Lokis. Jesse, can't forget he's the #1 Diablo player, also supposedly. Wait, what? Diablo player? Let me look this up. JRB, hello. Levi is here. The Netherlands is a small country too. Diablo player. Elon? What? Elon Musk apparently just became the #1 Diablo player. Interesting. I don't know what this is. It's an endgame dungeon? Huh. God, he's just like larger than life. Just crazy. French GDP, okay. Recharger. SG, Kadir Hassan, Ishu Khan. Hello, everybody. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Dylan Thomas, hello. Can I request something? Sure. You can request it. I can't guarantee I'll say yes. Tomfoolery, that is a great username. Thank you. I'm glad you like the mug. This is a little keepsake that I got from my 28th birthday, almost 4 years ago. Andrew and Laura Browning. Oh, Kartikeya, hello. Blaze Plays. I have mid-length hair, like mid-back length hair. Johnny Singh, I'm doing well. Rich is saying we're at 9.25K, a quarter of the way to 10K. Crazy. Love it. I can't believe it. It's so cool to be climbing now to 10K. Seeing the 10K on the channel will be quite something. Anon Mouse, hello, and thank you for the bless you. Thank you, Recharger. Thank you, Siddharth Higher Math. Thank you, Rich. Stone Papa Smurf, Celebrity Idol Worship is something. Loop Null, Orada, JR Phillips is here. Hi, JR. Thank you, Gary Host. Odd said hi, Fatmira Kumar. I don't like Stranger Things. I've watched it, I didn't like it. Bagus Alam Saya. I don't care either way for Oasis. They're just like there. Sorry, I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders documentary. I've got 2 more episodes to go. Okay. Cheers, says Reaper. Hi, Reaper. Odd, I'm drinking coffee. It's just instant coffee with some almond milk. Thank you, Kevin Moore. I'm gonna close the poll in like a minute. So if you haven't guessed yet, guess my favorite day of the week. Bagus, thank you, Kevin Moore. J.R. Phillips, I've seen you on your cookware commercial. No, I don't wear my earrings in my videos. I save my earrings just for my live streams. Ooh, okay. I'm glad you asked, Jesse. I'm gonna repeat this over and over and over again, so thanks for the reminder. I'm doing my 24-hour live stream over Labor Day weekend here in the United States. For those of you who are not in the United States, my 24-hour live stream is August 30th and August 31st. So the last 2 days of August. So there's still some time. I'm planning to start the live stream on Saturday, August 30th at about 11 in the morning and go all the way to Sunday, August 31st at 11 a.m. that day, and then sleep all day. So come by, come check out the 24-hour live stream if you wish. It's gonna be, it's still like over a month away, so there's still time, but I will keep reminding you all over the next month. Kartikeya, I'm not a nutritionist, no. Let's see, thanks Kevin. Anon Mouse, those DCC advisors are ruthless women. I know you guys. If you have not seen the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders documentary on Netflix, the world of dance is brutal. Like, it's not like, it is ruthless. It's like, your butt looks a little too big in these shorts. Your neck is a little weird. Your hand movements are weird. Your feet don't look right. Your leg isn't straight. I mean, they are picking every last little flaw about like you and also your movements. That's just like the nature of dance. So it definitely, I mean, it's like they're dancers and they're extremely perfectionistic with their dancers, and it's very entertaining just to like see what. Oh no, it looks like they're cutting a girl. God. Oh, you guys. Okay, Musafir. Nice. Bagus, hello. Cole, yes, I am Ethiopian. Andrew and Laura Browning, do you like The Simpsons? No. Mabura, Christopher Hanley. Ooh, favorite top 3 books. Oh, man. I'm looking at my bookshelf. I would need to think about this because there's so many remarkable books I've read in my life. I mean, that's gonna take some thought. Alexander Craig, es geht mir gut. Hoffe, du hast ein schönes Wochenende. Andrew, Recharger, 24 hours. Yeah, it's happening. Better be there. It's gonna be fun. Thank you, Iron Fist Beats. Masano Alex. Thank you, Bruno Tomas Funes. I do know where Wales is, Andrew. Wales is next to Sales. Confused. Lakin is here. Hello, Lakin. Fancy Hannah says Brian. Pig Daddy says, I dated a Colts cheerleader. That is an absolutely brutal and chaotic life. Yeah, the thing that's, I mean, it's super I feel like at times it seems like super, super exciting, but like the pay isn't great. These women, like, I don't know if most of them do this, but several of them have to work like multiple jobs to cover all their bills. Uh, yeah, it's a very, I mean, it looks very rewarding and fun, but yeah, it's like just very, it's like exciting, really cool things about the job, and then just really brutal things about the job. Okay. She was also the equestrian flag bearer. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. Go, girl. All right. The fragrance plug. Dallas Cowboys. Jameson photo. The World of Privilege. Pretty girls. Stone Papa Smurf. I'll try to think of interesting poll questions. Yes, I will also be like brainstorming here in the background what my poll questions can be for my 24-hour live stream. Jesse says, I still talk to a girl every now and again. That's a Houston Rockets cheerleader or whatever you want to call that. She has to have a second job. Yes. That is, I think that's what's unfortunate about it is it's like they work so hard and it's so brutal and you have to be so talented to make the team. But like, obviously, it's like still like they do all that work. They make this very competitive dance team and they're not paid a livable wage because they have to go and get other jobs. And I find that to be like, yeah. Oh no. And now, so sorry, I'm watching on the topic of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and just like struggling to afford living. They apparently, like some of the girls I think have gone to leadership at the Dallas Cowboys. I think maybe just within the cheerleader part. And they're like, can we like negotiate a higher salary here? Like it's just, we are like, we could be able, like, think about it. We could devote all of our time and attention to dancing and also recovering. But I mean, these girls are having to run off and go to other jobs. There was actually on season 1 of this show, I'm now watching season 2, crazy. The lead, like the head cheerleader of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, her name was Kelsey. She's a pediatric nurse. She would work from 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. as a nurse and then go to cheerleading practice, and then she wouldn't get home until midnight and then would just repeat. So it's like she's taking care of like patients in a hospital all day long, and then she goes to practice, and then she has to cheer at games over the weekend. I'm like, girl, like I'm so glad you're a nurse, like you're killing it. And also she was like the head of the whole team. But I mean, it's just, it seems like such a brutal schedule. Ugh. Bay 510 is here. Let's see. Tiger Key Shore. Lakin, my favorite book series is Wings on Fire. Thank you, Gary. I'm glad you like the earrings. Brian Moses. Okay, sorry for being too wild. Hannah the Wild Banana. Dustin Parker. Hello. Cannabis is here. Dustin Parker. Hardeep Singh. It is Christmas earrings that I'm wearing, but people really love them, so I decided to just keep on wearing them. Oh, cute. Oh my god. They have like kids doing the cheer. This is so cute. Ice Creams is beautiful. Anon Mouse, every NFL team is a multi-billion-dollar organization. They could pay better. They choose to take. I know. That is what has come up. It is just like this awkward elephant in the room because like the Dallas Cowboys, I believe they're the most profitable NFL franchise. I mean, that as a company or as like an enterprise, it's worth so much money. And it's like they have they could easily boost, like when you're worth multi-billion dollars, multiple billions of dollars as a franchise, like you definitely have room in the budget. Like if they wanted to, they could. I think that's what's so disappointing is like there's the money there to do it, to increase their pay, but they just decide not to. Like, what is the worth of the Dallas Cowboys franchise? Whoo, they're worth $10.1 billion. It's the most valuable sports franchise in the whole world. The Dallas Cowboys. I did not know that. I would have thought maybe like Real Madrid or one of the English Premier League teams, but no, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, they're worth $10 billion. Yeah, I would say that a franchise that's worth $10 billion could increase the pay of cheerleaders so that they're at least making like, I don't know, 75K, 80K. Like, what's that? There's only 36 cheerleaders. It's a very tiny squad. Like, let's just do the math. If you paid, let's do 36 members, 36 dancers multiplied by 100K, if they got 6 figures, that would cost the franchise $3.6 million total. I don't think they would ever raise the salary to 100K. They might. But I mean, when you're worth $10 billion, I feel like you could find room. Even let's just say, I like doing number stuff. 36 dance team members, if you paid them 80K, that's like a very solid wage. That would cost the franchise $2.8 million. Like, I think that's a check. Without seeing any of their financials, I would say they can probably afford to carve out $2.8 million to pay the cheerleaders $80K a year. Anyways, they should get paid well. All right. Thank you, Pig Daddy. Eric Velasquez, glad you like the earrings. Jay said hi. Cannabis, I agree with you. They should get paid well for how hard they work. I mean, it is like blood, sweat, and tears. It is like grueling. And they are professional athletes. They're professional dancers. They're so talented. When you watch their auditions, when you watch their solos, when you see their flexibility, their technique, just crazy. Sorry, this show is just so fun. Bay 510 Bay. I'm drinking some coffee. Okay, 10:50 a.m. in Oakland, California. It's my day off. Wow, okay. Well, enjoy your day off, Bay 510. I feel like cheerleaders aren't as big or marketable compared to the 90s, early 2000s. Like, guys specifically are not into or sold cheerleaders these days. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, honestly. Wow, sorry. They do get to do a lot of cool stuff. They're like at Formula One races, cheering on racers. They're at a Christmas thing. Crazy. Adrian 1000, tired and dead. Oh no, hi, tired and dead. Yes, these are Christmas earrings I've been wearing all year. By Lakin. Naz is here. Recharger. I'm just there. 2.5 million is nothing. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts too. It seems like a large amount of money just to your ordinary person. It's like most people don't have a bank account with 2.8 million. But if you're a sports franchise that's worth 10 billion, 2.8 is very much like yeah, like they could make that work if they wanted to. Oh my god. No, wait, do you guys remember the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight that happened back in like, I think it was like November of 2024? They got to cheer at that too. So I mean, there's like incredible perks with this job. It's just, it's like like the actual paycheck isn't great. Okay, Anne is here. Thank you. Hi, Ghost V, Bay 510 Bay. Usually the cheerleaders are trying to catch a sports player. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true because they actually, in this Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders documentary, like most of these girls on the team have boyfriends or husbands. Like they're not there trying to like snag an athlete. Some of them I'm sure are though, like in some cases. Bill Clinton's sons, hello, how are you? Always great to see you. Rowdy is here. Razan. Jake Paul. Yeah, I watched the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, fight. It was sad though. Jake Paul. Okay, B, I'm doing good. So good to see you, B. I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders documentary on Netflix. It's very addicting, you guys. Dr. Soyemi, I missed you. Let me go back up through the comments and just make sure. Santra Sebastian, I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you. Let's see. Hello, how are you doing? So lovely to see you. It's been a while. I know, Santra Sebastian. I was like, wait, I know that name, but it's been forever. Drunken Chef Barbecue. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. Lil Bra. We got, who else? Anon Mouse. They could at least share profits from pictures, calendars, public appearances. Yes. I'm just there. It's insane how little all dancers and cheerleaders get paid. Dr. Soyami, I see you. Brian Moses. Let's say Usman Ghani. Dr. Soyemi, I also do live streams on Saturday mornings, my time. No one watches the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are in the game to find stepping ground in the industry. Bruno Silva. Let's see. Christina Owolabi is here. Oh, cute. Aw, sweet. They're showing another, like they kind of will show the home life of each of the dancers, and one of them has a husband and he's cooking her breakfast. Aw, so cute. So cute. Recipe stall. Nico Scarpetti. I don't eat fish, so I don't eat tilapia. Cute. Aw, they're so cute. Okay, Black Tie Spy. The cake turned out great. Great yesterday. Sorry. Aww. Oh. Okay, CJ. We're cloudy right now at 11 a.m. in the San Francisco Bay Area. Cool. Yeah, I remember when I visited San Francisco. It was it would just change on a dime. It was like it was like some places it's like we would go and it was just completely covered in clouds. And then other places it just was like you know, sunny skies, super hot. So yeah, the climate in San Fran Bay Area was very strange. Yes, Cole, I'm vegan. Don't know what that is. Kulam. Yabba is still here. Thank you so much. Cute. Oh, I love this. So when they're oh my gosh, yay. So they're talking about when the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are performing, there's usually like a family section where all the boyfriends, all the fiancés, all the husbands will sit. And so it's like the girls are like dancing, and then you've got like the significant others that are like filming them, like they can actually, like they can see their family members like as they're dancing, which I think is really cool. That's very sweet. Recipe, doing great. Okay, Bay 510 says, don't eat fish or drink milk. My doctor, I'm same. I don't eat fish or drink milk either. I'm vegan, so I don't do any animal products. And you said your doctor put me on vitamin D calcium pills. Dallas Cowboys worth $10 billion. Welcome to sports. Yes, they're worth tons. RK Carpenter. Yes, we're microclimate here, 30 minutes in any direction and get the weather you want. Yes. It's like watching Westminster Abbey. The name of the show. So it's on Netflix and it's called America's Sweethearts, the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. I would definitely not be on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders team. I could never dedicate that much time to a dance career. Like that's not a priority of mine in life. I also I don't naturally have good flexibility. I would need to go through so much intensive dance training to just even make several rounds into the audition process. It's so competitive. I just could not put myself through all of that. It would be brutal. Okay. Orlando, go on. Thank you. Recipe Stall from Pakistan. Thank you so much. Yep, you got it. America's Sweethearts. America's Sweethearts, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Let's see. T-Money had a great day. Cole, I drink milk alternatives, so non-dairy milk alternatives like almond milk, cashew milk, oat milk, soy milk, rice milk. There's like endless possibilities. Not endless, but there's tons of non-dairy alternatives. Let's see. Let's see. Madonna's here. Jose Hermosillo. Christopher Hanley. I've done like salsa classes. I've never actually trained for ballroom dance though. Oh, the age-old question, how do you get protein? I will make a video on this so that everyone knows that you don't just get protein from meat and fish and eggs. So I get meat, or I get I get protein from all kinds of I would say nuts, seeds, and beans. So lentils, garbanzo beans slash chickpeas, black beans when I'm eating Mexican food, tofu when I'm eating Asian foods, and then nutritional yeast is a great protein source. I will snack on cashews and almonds. I'll put flaxseed meal into my baked goods. So there's lots of great protein sources. The price of internet in the USA, I actually don't pay a lot for my internet. I only pay like 30, 34, $35 every month for my internet. For me, that's very cheap. Okay. Okay. Wow. That's so scary. Sorry. Wow. Okay, sorry. Dramatic part of the show. Wow. Corey Kindred. Wow, sorry, this is so scary. Wow. This one of these Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders had a very scary ex-boyfriend who like was physically threatening her and her now boyfriend. Wow. It's very scary. Very, very scary. Anyways, fun fact, internet is free. Nice yabba dabba doo. Mach 10 11187. Bay 510. I'm vegan, number one, for health reasons. I only want to eat plant food. And number two, I don't want to support animal products with my own money. Okay, sorry. Very distracted with this cheerleaders documentary. Zaina, Guto Kowalski. Let's see. Her ex is a stalker. She said it herself. She had to file a police report. Yeah, it's just like, it just would be like, man, having to deal with, like, always just being like worried about some crazy person being around. Terrible. Favorite fruit. I would say my favorite fruits are blueberries, raspberries, and apples. Also, I need to close the poll. I think I was gonna close it earlier and then it didn't happen. Kartikeya, I am a data analyst for my job. Never seen Jersey Shore. That was Brian. We've got, okay, the trivia question I plugged in for today was guess my favorite day of the week. It was pretty close. So the top choice was Friday. 31% of people guessed Friday. It's not Friday. Friday is a very close second. Then 29% guessed Saturday, and it is Saturday. Saturday is my absolute favorite day of the week. I love it so much. Bay 510, my favorite fruit is mango. OJ Simpson, Savannah said hi, Rob Dean. Favorite temperature. Lil Tony LT says Wednesday. Make an apple pie for us. Perhaps. I'm not the biggest fan of pie, but I think that would be fun. Oh my gosh, cool. They're going to the Bahamas apparently. Ariana Remlux. Hello. I do like Ariana. I like her voice. I'm not a huge fan of her music though. Your earrings give me Christmas vibes. Yes, they are in fact Christmas earrings. I've just continued to wear them. Sean Engstrom said hi. Thank you, Emmy Loves. The Reef, is that a photo or a painting? So this is a picture, like a photo, of Minneapolis. That is downtown Minneapolis right there. You can see like the skyscrapers. And then Minneapolis has a lot of large lakes, and they're really popular recreation areas. So people will go sailing, people will go swimming, kayaking, paddleboarding, canoeing. Also like, you know, running, just walking with their family, with their dogs. So yeah, that's a photo from part of Minneapolis. Usman, Ryan Sebastian, Lexico, Usman, thank you. 10,000 Lakes, I live next door, nice. The Reef, are you in Wisconsin perhaps? Henri Lloyd, Damian Kimes, Brian Moses, Bay 510, I thought your earrings were cherries. Nope, that's why I kept wearing them, is a lot of people think that these are, they think that these are cherry earrings when they're not. Ernest is here. Hello, Ernest. Ernest Grass. The Reef West. Oh, okay, so you're in one of the Dakotas then. Are you in North Dakota? Let's see. Guto, spicy food makes me gassy. I don't think you're alone. Come and visit Chicago. I've been there 1,000 times. I love it. JJ, hello. The Reef says, yep. Okay, so I said North Dakota. Okay, where in North Dakota are you located? Zuzana, thank you. R2 is in Greece. Very cool. Wow. They're having a party in the Bahamas. How fun. Bismarck, very cool. I've never been to North Dakota. I've been to South Dakota, but never North Dakota. So I would love to go to Fargo, and I would like to go to Bismarck, and it's another place I'm not remembering in North Dakota. J-Man, I am watching the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders documentary in, it's on Netflix. Yes. Yes, I love this. Let's see. Fargo has a 6 skate park. Okay, Medora is cool. South Dakota is way better. Fair enough. Okay. Thank you, Mia, for subscribing. Kevin is here. Eduardo Fonseca, Jack. I'm Yassine is here. Cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. Right now they're doing a yoga session with flamingos. Like live, real flamingos walking around. I love this, you guys. This is amazing. So, like, the DCC cheerleaders are now trying to fit, like, they're basically capitalizing on their success, their beauty, their talent, their dance moves, all of it, and now they're like launching their social media careers, which is honestly, that's kind of like pretty sweet revenge, because they're so underpaid and they're so talented that each of them could just like become an influencer, and you can make, I mean, you can make some crazy money as a social media influencer. It makes me happy for them, because it's like they work so hard, they deserve better pay for how hard they work. And it makes me happy that they're like, okay, fine. Like, I'm gonna use another avenue to capitalize on all the hard work that I've put into becoming a dancer, and basically just have my own source of income on social media. Let's see. Nicholas is here. Welcome back. Ooh, okay. Okay, someone. Oh, Emmy loves. It's hard for me. I haven't decided who my favorite of the cheerleaders is, because they're all so amazing. I was really impressed with Kelsey in season 1, the head cheerleader who was also a pediatric nurse. Like, just crazy talented dancer, so professional, so level-headed, such a leader, balancing like intensive nursing stuff in her career, and has a fiance, so like managing a relationship and being the head cheerleader. Like, yeah, it's crazy. So she was like the standout from season 1. She retired, so she's not in season 2. Anyways, Lil Tony, just watched 28 Days Later and F1 Movies. Okay, I think you meant 28 Years Later, the one that came out last month. I have not yet seen 28 Years Later. I was gonna go see it like during the premiere, and it just didn't pan out because I was also on vacation that time. But I am very excited. Like, I'm very eager to watch 28 Years Later. Actually, I have it on my list of ideas to watch 28 Years Later on my 24-hour live stream. I think that would be something like, oh my god, you guys, like, I'm gonna be like hanging out watching this super scary, stressful movie while I'm doing the 24-hour live stream. Ryan Sebastian, Titello is here, Guta Kowalski, Sakis. I've only been in California, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, so West Coast. Gotcha. Yeah, I've mostly spent, I mean, other than the Midwest, I've been to most of the Midwest, but also New England. I've been to most of New England. I lived out there. Jesse says apparently they got a 400% increase in salary after the documentary. Yes, Jesse, I heard that on a different live stream, and I was like, this is so awesome. Like, it makes me happy. Just, it's like when you work so hard, and it's like they're so elite, and they're so, like, it just takes such grit and confidence and like courage to make the team. Like, it's such a brutal audition process, and it's so competitive, and people audition from all over, not only all over the United States, but actually internationally. They had people come from, there was someone who auditioned from Japan, there was someone who auditioned from Ukraine, I think there was someone maybe from Germany. Like, it's just, and there's only 36 spots. So it makes me really, really, really happy. I mean, I think the Netflix documentary, everyone has been, it's been all over social media. My sister, actually, I've been watching the Netflix show. She has not seen the Netflix show, but she knows who a bunch of the girlies are, because she's like, well, they're all over like TikTok. They're all over social media. So it makes me really, really happy that, yeah, like, this has given them tons of exposure and like increased their pay. The reef, I saw real flamingos once. I've never seen a real flamingo in my life. Like, eventually it will happen, because I'll travel somewhere where there's flamingos. But yeah, I've never been to like a tropical area where there would be native like flamingos. I've only ever traveled to like Europe, Canada, or like parts of the Middle East that would not have flamingos. How much do they get paid? I don't, after this raise, let me Google this because now I want to know how much do the Cowboys cheerleaders make now? You guys, whoa. Dude, this is crazy. So they're saying that, I mean, it's the salary range, the salary is a range because there's rookies and then there's girls who have been on the team 3, 4, 5 years. But it says that some veteran cheerleaders are now making approximately $150,000. Let's all give a round of applause to our 6-figure queens. I love this. Okay. That is sick. That is way, way better. Okay, so the girls, I mean, not everyone, but now, yeah, veterans are making about 150K, which is like way more than the average income in the United States. Let's see. Thank you, Bay510. The Flyest. I'm not a fan of Prince. I respect the talent. I think obviously he's like a national treasure. I don't deny that. It's just his music I don't personally enjoy listening to. Abby is here. Brother Ramiksoon. How old are you? B, I am 31. I'm going to be 32 years old in September. You guys, my birthday is less than 2 months away. And I feel like it's going to come quickly. So I'm really trying to get ahead of like, you know, just like I want to have stuff planned for my birthday. I want to do a birthday video. I have my YouTube 5th birthday. That's only 3 days before my actual birthday. So I want to do something for that. So I need to really just sit down and like plan stuff out. Okay, Guto, I want to visit West Virginia because the song Country Roads. West Virginia is beautiful. I went on a college tour. So when I was in high school, I just went on a bunch of college tours, mostly in the Midwest. And actually, this will be my next trivia question for you guys. How about that? I spoiled one of them. So I did go on a tour of West Virginia University, WVU. I didn't like the campus. I thought it was kind of ugly, but I remember the surrounding region of West Virginia. I was like, this is like a beautiful part of the United States. Roger Henderson, Little Tony, isn't there only one cheerleader and everyone else follows the leader? There's like one and potentially two, depending on like what they choose to do. So in their dance formations, they've actually designed it where there can be 2 points of their formation. So there can actually be like 2 leaders. Like the point of the dance formation is considered like the leader that everyone else is following. Abdullah, hello. 20 days later, yes, Bay 510. I've seen 28 days later and I've seen 28 weeks later. What I was talking about is there was a premiere for the 3rd movie in the sequel, which is 28, or the 3rd movie in the series called 28 Years Later, and I have yet to see that. Gungor NS said hi. Jesse says, I think they're only getting it though because of people like me and you who notice it. That's what's like kind of weaselly, in my opinion, is, hold on, I think I recognized someone in this documentary. What? Like someone I know. What the fuck? Someone, I just looked up and I'm like, wait, I know this person. It's like a friend of a friend who's in New York City. I have to take a photo of this. Anyways, this is crazy. Very rarely have I had it happen where I'm watching something on TV and I actually know the person, like I recognize the person. Wow. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna double check here. Oh my God, I know this person. Okay, I need to like text my friend. The friend of the friend. I just saw this person actually. It's so crazy. Like I know this person in this documentary. Okay, it's 2 minutes into the last episode, so I'm just gonna mentally make that note. But Jesse, I was getting to your comment about, what is it? Oh, it is kind of weaselly in my, like, it's very cowardly, where it's like, okay, if there hadn't been all of this, like, exposure, if there hadn't been this Netflix documentary, like, word wouldn't have gotten out. I don't think there would have been the public, like, pressure to increase the salaries. Like, the change only came, like, the salary increase only came after this kind of was, like, put on the forefront in a Netflix documentary. Like, if there hadn't been no Netflix documentary, I am positive there would have been no salary increase, which is like, you could have done it, but it just took public pressure and exposure for you guys to actually do the right thing. That's frustrating. Familian is here. Are the females catty in the show? No. Bay 510, they are like a sisterhood. They are the loveliest people on here. Jose Hernandez, Ace Barker, you saw a real, Bay 510 says, I saw a real pink flamingo. Nice. Come to Brazil, you will see flamingos and other animals. Colton Bobs is here. I'm on a roll. Recharger. Does the documentary feel so absurd now? No. Yeah, 150 is great money. That is way more than most people make in the United States. That makes me so happy for them. King Hayes Only Hayes, hello. Purple Rain, William Raveles. I'm doing great, just hanging out. It's a lovely Saturday. I love Saturdays because I like to sleep in. I rolled out of bed at 10:30 today and then was a little bit late getting to this live stream, but I was like, yeah, I'm taking it chill. Okay. I was going to give you guys another trivia question. But let me get caught up here first. Abdullah has a birthday in September. Next documentary, Bill Gates will tell his struggle. Don't know what you're saying. Julio Cruz, Michael Graham. Da, 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 da. Do you have great memories of your high school? Oh my God, the best. I really loved my childhood and I loved my high school experience. I had really good friends. It was a very competitive high school, really great instructors. But yeah, no, high school was great. It was very intense, but I enjoyed my classes. I enjoyed my teachers. I enjoyed my classmates. Made some really good friends, and I enjoyed sports too. I played soccer. I played for my high school soccer team, and I ran track and field. Yeah, just like goofy memories, really good kids, really smart kids. Yeah, high school was a blast. I actually went to my 10-year high school reunion back in 2022, and walking in there, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was like, it's been 10 years since I've seen most of you, and it just was like, it was weird because I could still see people's faces as I remembered them as teenagers, but now it's like, you know, there's people with like beards and like babies. It was weird to see people as adults who in my brain will always be teenagers. But yeah, no, high school was a 10 out of 10 experience. I would not go back and change a thing about my high school experience. Jesse says, I lived in West Virginia. Ooh, what was it like? Worked in Pittsburgh, definitely moved up an entire tax bracket. Saw some crazy poverty there. Interesting. Okay, that is something that I generally knew is like I mean, the US is huge, and you're gonna have, it's like, there's certain areas where it's like crazy expensive, crazy wealth, like LA, Chicago, Dallas, Boston, New York, DC. It's like, we know kind of like the big cities, but then also I do think like in terms of like the poorest areas, like the Appalachian, West Virginia like area comes to mind. So yeah, I mean, obviously not everyone, but in terms of just like compared to other parts of the country. Did you like living and working in West Virginia, Jesse? I'm curious to know what it would be like, just culturally, what the people, like I would imagine, because I didn't really interact with people there much. I was just there as a traveler. But my vibe is that people would be like very like warm and like sweet there. Big yes, I am very excited for Christmas. Thank you, Lathitha. I don't have kids. I'm on a roll. I do not wake up early. Nope, I'm a night owl. Desativado. I think Brazil's great. Did you just cheer for them making money? Woohoo! Sam, I believe all pay for women, all forms of work should be reduced. Lenny D, Nico, Ace Barker. You grew up in a high school with academics. Yes, it was a very, very, very good high school. Like tons of I would say like a solid number. It's like of graduates go to Ivy League schools. Like it was excellent, highly ranked school. Yeah, just no BS either. Like if you were misbehaving, like you would be dealt with. Did you go to a private high school? No. This is where I look at my parents and I'm like, oh my God. My parents, because obviously like the cost of education, depending, like if you're trying to go the private route or send your kids to college, like private school is no joke, you guys. Like it's so expensive. But like my public high school, like all the I went to public school only. And I feel like it's basically like we got like all of my friends, all of us kids who went to that public school system, we basically got private school level education for free because it was public. And it was so much work, so hard. The teachers were so intense. Like I consistently had to stay up until 2, 3 in the morning in order to get everything done. Because it's like, none of the teachers seemed to talk to each other. So like the history teacher was like, oh, yep, you're gonna have to write a 15-page paper and read 5 chapters by tomorrow. And then the math teacher would also schedule an exam for that same day. And then the social studies teacher and the chemistry teacher would say, it's like the workload was insanity, but it was so rigorous. It was such a good prep for college. Like I honestly like did not even try. Like it was so great. It was such a great setup for for college, but it was just the best high school ever. Oh my gosh, Chip Broadhead. Let's see. Chip Broadhead is saying, are you ready for the English Premier Football? Yes. So I'm going to say this again. I'm going to keep saying it over and over so that all of you know and you won't forget to come. I am going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. Mark your calendars. It's the last 2 days of August, August 30th and August 31st. And one of the things I will be doing on my 24-hour live stream is watching English Premier League football. Obviously, I cannot turn the camera around and be filming the games because that'll get me a copyright strike on YouTube, and I'm not trying to mess around with that because YouTube is kind of scary with those. So I will be, however, just watching the EPL games and just chatting with you like, oh my God, like Liverpool just scored, or oh my God, the goalie just saved this. All to say, to answer your question, Chip Broadhead, I'm trying not to wish away the summer because I want to enjoy the rest of July. I want to enjoy August, but I am so ready for there to be Premier League games to watch again. I get to my weekends and I'm ready for Premier League to be back. So I am very excited. Okay. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Recharger, about your high school experience. We've got, let's see, Bay 510 says, I'm Black, Mexican, and Laotian. Cool, wow, you're like Blasian and Black Latino. Very cool. Thank you very much. Gamer said hi. We're huge in the United States. Yeah, the United States is a massive country. Massive. Okay. Bongeka. Nice. Bay 510. I'm from the hood, projects, and now own my own home and comfortable. This is why I'm telling you, it's like, this is why I love the United States so much. It's like you can actually go from like very rough beginnings and make it all the way to the top. Like, it is dope, and that is not possible in every country. Trey Hodges doing great. Recharger. All right, Hannah and everyone, goodbye. See you later, Recharger. The color of earrings are awesome. Thank you. Barack Roby. Essa Companions. Bay 510. You speak Laotian or Lao, English, and Spanish. Nice. Blankenship. Oh my gosh, my daughter apologized for calling me the B word. Okay, well, that's good. Yep. As I said before, I would have been 6 feet underground if I had ever called my parents the B word. Just so dead. Beyond dead. Harold Kennedy, hello. Bongeka, no, I do not live with my parents. Jeff Bialowitz is here. Was your SAT score north or south of 1,000? The thing is, they changed the scoring system, and I think the maximum score you could get was like, on the old system, it was like 2,400. Old SAT score range. I think it went up to, yes, it went up to 2,400, and I got 2,200, which was, I forget what percentile, but I did very good on my SATs. Percentile. I don't even know. I'm not gonna look this up anymore, but I do remember, I remember when my SAT results came in and I felt really good. I was like, I killed the English section, I killed the math section, I killed the reading section. I was like, I came off of it, you know, when you took, like in school, you took a test that you studied really hard for and you were like actually excited to get your score back because you're like, I know I aced that. I know I did so good. That's how I felt about my SATs. And then I remember opening up the email and I was like, yes! Because I was applying to some really competitive colleges and I knew the score range that I needed to make to realistically have a shot at getting admitted. And when I got those score results back, I was like, yes, I got it. Blankenship, what college would you recommend for my niece? I never make recommendations for education or anything. I don't tell people what to eat. I don't tell people where to go to college. It all depends on your niece's academic interests, if she knows what she would like to be for her career. Also, cost is a huge thing. Like, it's just some colleges without scholarship, like, you are digging yourself into the deepest hole with no real way to dig out of it unless you work like 100 hours a week out of college. So yeah, I feel I should have nothing to do with your niece's college choice. Blankenship. Timothy Young from Jamaica. Stone Papa Smurf, yes, I was the valedictorian. There were also co-valedictorians who we all got 4.0s. August 30th and the 31st, be there or be square. Yes, Jungle Thriving, yes. Bay 510 says, you're so entertaining and fun. Thank you. I say this over and over, but I love YouTube live streaming so much. It's so enjoyable. I look forward to chatting with you guys, hearing what you're up to, talking about different topics. We've talked about a lot just today. So yes, it's very easy to be upbeat and positive because I love being on here with you all so much. Tinky Winky, Ahmed is here, George Floyd, Drago Liub is here, hello, Lion Reddy's, Ant's Life. Jesse says, I lived in Weirton, West Virginia by Wheeling, just wanted to get out of Texas for a little bit. Old coal mining town, very poor after 2 years, left for New York, stayed for a year, ended up back in Texas. Cool, okay. What did you think about New York? Like, where in New York were you working? Let's see. Chip Broadhead, 950. What is the answer? I don't know what you mean. Jeff Bialowitz, thanks for that thorough response. Bay 510, thank you so much. Can you tell me something about you, Hannah? I'm a new subscriber. I'm vegan, and a lot of my YouTube content is vegan stuff. Stone Papa Smurf, you are very interesting. INTJ, yep. That is my Myers-Briggs personality. I should probably take that again, but I don't know if it would change. Catleona from the Middle East. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna do another poll question for you guys. Tasse Kaffee mit der hübsche Frau. Hello, Werner. Werner Hase. Kommst du aus Deutschland oder Österreich? Alien Fossil. Thank you. Next. Okay, what should I do for like college? What's like a collegiate emoji that I could do? Like football or school maybe. Yeah, I'll do a little graduation emoji. Okay, guess which, I should say like which of these colleges, or I should say universities, which of these universities did I not tour in high school? Let me actually think about this. I'm way behind here. Maria Conejo, hello. Casey Musgraves. I'm thinking here. Karen, so I'm putting in a new trivia question, and the question is, guess which college / university I did not tour in high school. What's another one? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I got it. Vicky Martin, Deceiver is here. Oh my gosh, Diadia is back. Привет, Diadia. How are you? Lisa McConaughey. Okay, so trivia question coming in just a second, guys. Which of these universities, guess which of these universities I did not tour or visit. Yeah, tour in high school. Was it, oh my goodness, University of Wisconsin? Was it New York University? Was it Princeton? Oops. Or was it Notre Dame? So, which of these did I not tour in high school? Okay, Deceiver, Darius, Jukan, Raju, Vicky Martin, let's see, Shishan, Deceiver, Edwin Gonzalez is here. Hello from over yonder. Hello. Yes, try and guess which of these universities I did not I've gone to 3 of these. One of them I did not visit in high school. Oh, you guys. Oh. Wow. Oh. Okay, Fur is here, Jamil is here, Deceiver, Voxnell, Stone Papa Smurf, what's your thoughts on Skull and Bones? Mysterious. Oh, you guys, oh! There is, wow, oh. There's one of the DCC cheerleaders that, she has alopecia, so she's completely bald. And she usually performs with a wig, and I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if it's because something happened with her wig or she just decided she wasn't gonna wear it. But it's like you can tell she's like kind of choked up, like going out to perform. I think she's like, there's gonna be some rude people who make a comment about her not having any hair. Aw, she's killing it. Okay. I toured Stanford when I was 10 with my Asian youth group. Nice. Hi, Richard Crosby. Oh. Wow. Wow, she did decide to just... Aww. Aww. Wow. Very touching, guys. Aww. Let's see, Deceiver. Did you ever consider Brown University? I don't think so. I did not, I don't think I liked the city as much. Adam edits, be too bugged out, doing well, just hanging out, chatting with, hanging out with all of you. Oh, very touching. Wow, incredible. Thank you, Bay510. Jimmy Newmans, thank you very much, Jimmy. I'm just watching the Netflix documentary called America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, and it's very moving, very interesting. There's drama, there's so many things that come up, like, you know, during the audition process, they have to make some like pretty tough cuts about who's gonna make the squad. There's personal drama. I mean, like one of them has had to deal with like a very violent stalker. One of them has alopecia, so her hair fell out when she was young, and so naturally she's bald. And you know, they're known for being glamorous, so obviously like it can be stressful if you don't fit the mold of a traditional cheerleader. What else do they talk about? They show their careers, they show their fiancés, they show their families, their personal lives. These girls work dang hard. One of the girls works 3 other jobs in addition to being a cheerleader. Yeah, it is so, like, the time management skills and the grind of these ladies is just like, I'm like, oof, y'all are some tough cookies. Thank you, Bay510. Okay, I know I missed a few comments here. Let's see. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Jesse says, lived in Newburgh, New York. Could be in the city within 30 minutes. Nice. Did warehouse work in both states. Now I manage a warehouse in Conroe, Texas. Cool. So you've worked in different regions of the US. You've been to like Appalachia, you've been to East Coast in New York, and then you're from Texas. I've never been to Texas, but actually, I didn't even think about this until now. So I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders Netflix documentary, and it's so interesting. Like, one of the first things I noticed is anytime you're replying to someone and being respectful, you say ma'am, or I don't know, probably sir as well. But with the two, there's like two dance like choreographers and trainers, and whenever the cheerleaders are taking directions from the trainers, the what would you call them, the dance instructors, it's always like yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, and it's so noticeable, because like we don't say yes ma'am or yes sir here in Minnesota, but I like it. I like the manners. It's very cool. Deceiver, Peggy Bauer, Yabba Dabba Doo. Would you have considered English like in England? Yes, I for sure would have considered getting a degree there. I think by the time I was done with my undergrad, I even could feel like I liked being in New England, and I just was like, I'm not this is not my region of the United States. Like, this is not where I'm from. It's just, I always felt like an outsider in New England. I was like, it's not my landscape, it's not my look, it's not my vibe. Like, I am very much a Midwesterner at heart. So I don't know, like it could have been exciting going overseas to attend an English university, or I should say an university in England. But yeah, I think I wanted to stay in the United States. Another reason too, actually, is sometimes, depending on what type of degree you're getting, the United States will not recognize it as an equivalent. Like, say you get a medical degree overseas, you actually still have to go through quite a bit of additional education in the United States to be considered qualified as a professional. Like, the United States is very strict about like getting your credentials from a American university. So I don't know. I don't really think I ever would have really, maybe like a master's degree, like a quick 1 or 2 year master's program. I don't know if I would have wanted to do full undergrad overseas. Alex says, I'm in New Hampshire. I'm on my couch just waiting for some lobster dinner. Nice. Hello, Edwin. Floyd D from Texas. It's Candy K. B. Saad. Oprah Winfrey hates being called ma'am. I personally love being called ma'am. I love it. M2 Addict. Minnesota is known for being cold. Yes, I love the winter. That's a really nice cup you got yourself there. Thank you, Haddon. This is a little souvenir that I picked up at a Van Gogh exhibit. I attended this exhibit for my 28th birthday, which is almost 4 years ago. Absolutely crazy how fast those 4 years have gone. But yeah, this is my favorite coffee mug, and I drink out of it almost every single day. You never wanted to get out of Minnesota just for a little bit? Oh, I've been everywhere, Jesse. I don't think you know. Have you seen you're a member, Jesse, so you should go and watch my get to know me, like my life story in 19 minutes video. So I knew I wanted to get out of Minnesota after high school. I loved it here, but I just was like, I need to be independent. I need to be like, I want to do my own thing. I want to I can handle myself and I need to just kind of get out for a bit. So I attended Yale in Connecticut. I lived in New Haven, Connecticut for 4 years, got my bachelor's degree there. After Connecticut, I moved to, well, I spent a summer in Azerbaijan, which borders Iran and Russia and Turkey. So I spent a summer in the Middle East. I then moved to Munich, Germany, and I worked in Germany for 1 year as an English teacher. After Germany, I moved to Washington, D.C. to work at a law firm. I was a paralegal. And then after that, I was like, oh, hey, I've spent 4 years in Connecticut, 1 year in Germany, and 1 year in Washington, D.C. That was 6 years of being away from Minnesota. And I just was kind of like, I'm kind of done working and living in other places. I'm ready to just be back home in Minnesota, because nowhere that I lived or traveled was like, nothing felt like home. So I was like, I'm ready. So I came back to Minnesota in 2018. I moved back here for a job. I was like, I just want to be in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, like be close to my family. Minnesota's my favorite place. So yeah, I spent 6 years traveling and working in other states and other countries, and then eventually was like, it's time. Floyd, you are too nice for New England. I can be not mean, but I would just say like the vibe in New England, like I would say in Boston, New York, I would say Connecticut, people were nice. I didn't notice people like that seemed that rude. But yeah, I think there's just this like fast pace, don't waste my time, let's not do the BS-y small talk, like just go away, make it quick, like gotta get places. I respect that vibe. I personally don't like wasting my time, but I think sometimes it's like not everything has to be so like just go, 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 go. That's what I really didn't like about Washington, D.C. I did not like the culture there. It felt like this endless cycle of like working long hours, then go to a happy hour for networking, then you got to work on the weekends, and then you got to go to this and that and this. And I was like, I don't do this. This is not my pace. Not my pace, not my place. But I kind of like the no nonsense BS kind of aggressiveness of New England. However, I think I do really, really like the chill, more laid back, balanced vibe of being in the Midwest. Spencer Montgomery is here. Shane the man, nice. Love the name Hannah. All right, Bay510 says, I hate the cold. I love the cold because it kills everything. Edwin, how are you? I'm doing well. Brad Smith, hi Prince Jude. Thank you, T. Jefferson. He's the man, love his paintings. Yes, I know, Vincent van Gogh, one of my all-time faves. Yes, Bay510, I've been to Vegas and I loved it there. It was very interesting to see Las Vegas. I was like, man, what a place. Everything here is so unnatural. It's just like all lights, all neon, all, just come gamble, come see a magician, come see a celebrity singing on stage. It just was like all showbiz, all money, all hotels, like restaurants. And it was just brutally hot because I was there, I think either in June or July. And I was, I was like, I'm happy to have visited Vegas. I don't think I'll ever go back. Again, not my place, not my pace. Webkins, you look like you was rich your whole life. Scotty Bugatti, good to see you. How have you been? Hope life is good in Chicago. Do you only bake or do you cook other foods too? DDD Plumbing Company, you should check out the videos on my channel because I cook and bake everything. Rated Frog, I have, nice. How's your stream been today, ma'am? It's been great. I've been on here for 2.5 hours. My clock is showing me 164 minutes, which that's actually more than 2.5 hours. But it's been going great. The ma'am is fitting because I am watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader documentary. Irot is here. The Lamb, Stone Papa Smurf. I know you were a vegan at the time, so I'm assuming you didn't eat any of the New Haven pizza. No. I might have tried it like once or twice at like a study break or gone out with friends, but no, actually New Haven has phenomenal vegan food. And I will say this, the Yale dining halls, like the cafeterias always had like vegan and like gluten-free options. So yeah, it was very good, like cafeteria food. Edwin, thank you. Thiru Vanamalai. Thank you, Constantine. Love the cold. Yes, the cold is where it's at. Ryan Bailey. Yes, Ryan, I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Robert is here. I lived in Vegas for 4 years and hated it. Yeah, Bay 510. I mean, it's not for me. Vegas is for plenty of other people. Like, people love Vegas. I'm not one of them. And I don't ever need to go back. T. Jefferson went to the Van Gogh Museum when I lived in Holland. Yes, I went to the Van Gogh Museum as well. I went to the museum in Amsterdam. I was in Amsterdam 10 years ago with a friend, and we decided to check out that museum. Jesse says number 1. Too Evil to Hope, hello. It is a beautiful day here. It's been cloudy. It started off this morning looking kind of gray, like couldn't see any of the sky, but now it's kind of a mix, like cloudy but still sunny. Alejandro from Venezuela is here. Tesla, I'm a data analyst. Common Sense, hello. The blueberry cake was great. Yes. Review, hello. Ryan Sebastian, NSR, Honeybees, Dazzy Boy, Tot 927, Pralad, Bay 510. Jesse says, would love to leave the country, more jealous she got to do Germany. I've only left the country twice myself. I'll have to watch that video. Yes, you should watch the video because it's like a fun deep dive that I don't like cover all the details of my life in any one live stream. So yeah, it's a long video. I know it's almost 20 minutes, but I really start from like the beginning of my life. I go through like childhood memories, sports that I played, my school experiences, going to college, living overseas, study abroad to lots of countries, and then coming back in my life more recently, like my jobs and my life here in the Twin Cities. So yeah, definitely check it out. Popcon's #1 fan, Honeybees, Dazzy Boy, Tiny Shrunk Girl who's a member, love it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the earrings. George Floyd, Nicholas Shadden, Zigzag Arrow. Where's the next trip? I don't know. Realistically, so okay, we can talk about this for a bit. I am a die-hard soccer fan, soccer football, and as many of you probably know, the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup is next summer, and it's gonna be in 3 countries: Canada, here, United States, and Mexico. So thinking realistically, like these days, like this part of this season of my life, I've been all like locked in on YouTube and my 9-to-5 job. I've had like no desire to travel at all because I did all that in my 20s, and I'm like, okay, this part of my life, I really want to just focus on grinding, building income, investing, growing YouTube. So I feel like I have this one fuzzy that's just sticking out. So I'm thinking, like, what will my next trip be, like, out of the country? And it's gonna be, I do want to go to at least one game of the FIFA World Cup in Canada, and I also want to go to at least one game in Mexico. So I have my eye on next summer, thinking about, okay, save PTO days at my job, and just think ahead about when the games are going to take place, when tickets are going to go on sale, because I do want to travel to both Canada and Mexico for those games. Bay 510, we're at 12:01 p.m., still cloudy. Willa G is back. Good to see you, Willa G. Stone Papa Smurf, did you ever consider working for FBI or CIA? I would say briefly. So I was telling you, also Enrique sent a gift. You sent a high five for 100 jewels. Thank you. Stone Papa Smurf, to your question about working for the FBI or the CIA, I would say CIA was more appealing than FBI. I was more interested in like international stuff than domestic stuff. But with CIA, you basically have to live in the Washington, D.C. area. I don't know how much remote work they hire for. I think, because I do know people who work at the CIA, and from what I understand, it's like they've been going in to the office, like they've been going into CIA headquarters like this whole time, except for maybe a brief period during COVID. So in my head, I was like, I was working in Germany that first year out of college, and then I was like, okay, I love this place, but I really miss being in the United States. I miss my home country. So I came back and I decided to go to Washington, D.C. for job opportunities. Almost all my friends had gotten jobs in that area. And then I was like, if I do want to work for like the federal government in some way, like this would be a great place. So, sorry, I got distracted. But anyways, once I realized that I really did not like living and working in DC, I couldn't stand living there. I did not like the vibe. I thought it was a really like ugly place. Nothing about it appealed to me, except for all of my friends were there. The people were great, but the environment I just hated. So once I realized I just could not stand being there, the whole CIA, FBI, like that, it wasn't like I really wasn't determined for those jobs, but that any prospect of working for CIA or federal government, I was like, no, that is definitely not happening because I cannot stand this city. Rated Frog, thank you. 200 likes, ma'am. Hey, how are you doing, Hannah? Have a great weekend. Thank you. I think that's Prince in Mandarin. Mackenzie, Messenger, Alejandro, Nicholas, Borko Turkovic. Ooh, what is the best player of Croatia? Of course I know this. It's Luka Modric. James, Junebug says yes. Guess is actually close to Victoria's Secrets in the mall. Oh, I must be missing some conversation. Rated Frog says, Hannah, we should go to China, ma'am. Trust me, it's so nice there. No, I have no interest in going to China because I have no interest in going to a communist country. Hell to the no. Keith, it's a lot in DC. I'm from Suitland. Cool. Yabba says, have you seen the ticket prices for the FIFA World Cup games? OMG, very expensive. $2,000 for the top level back seats. The thing is, I don't need to be in some primo seat. I don't want to have like a blocked view, but I mean, if I save for it, like that's very affordable. Astronaut Legend, hello. Operator Muda, Manuela, Nora, Helena, Willa G, I'm doing great. Hi Kyle, hi Abdul Qayyum. All right, we got Octo G. I'm not Moroccan, but I have been to Morocco. Rated Frog is going, oh, yeah, no, I have no interest in China. I've never had an interest in like China. I love Chinese food. Let me say this on the record. As a vegan, even if you're vegetarian, if you're plant-based, like Chinese food, oh my God, 10 out of 10. So good. So love the cuisine, but I've never had a particular interest or draw toward Chinese history, culture, never wanted to learn the language. But yeah, I personally am just like not a fan of their government at all. Kyle says, what do you do for a job? I'm a data analyst. Prince is asking, can you recommend any Netflix show? Yes, I am watching a Netflix show right now. Bruno, thank you. I'm glad you like the earrings. Okay. Yes, I'm watching the Netflix documentary, America's Sweet, dang it, America's Sweet Hearts, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and it's amazing. Kyle says, what does that mean? I analyze data. LMAO, I'm half Chinese, but I don't like China at all. My family barely goes there, nor do I like the people and the toxic environment. Yeah, personally, I'm a fan of democracy and capitalism. They do not have that really going on in China. And yeah, I remember learning too about like the horrible work culture over there. They have something that's called the 996, where you work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. And you've got people that just will like bring sleeping bags and pillows to their offices, and they'll just, in order to avoid spending time on a commute, they'll just sleep under their desk so then they can go to sleep right when they're done working at 9 p.m., wake up and start their work at 9 a.m. the next day, and they have to do that 6 days a week. I was just like, no, absolutely not. Part of my background, my dad actually escaped communism. Communism is horrible, and they're a communist country, and I am not about that at all. It's horrible. So yeah, I never plan to go to China, if I'm being honest. All right. Bay510. Last night I made barbecue chicken. Nice. My doctor prescribed me vitamins. Yeah, Prince, it's amazing. It's a very captivating, I mean, yes, it's a show about cheerleaders, and that probably turns off a lot of people. But these girls, it is any stereotypes or things that you might believe about cheerleaders, like, oh, they're bimbos, they're not that, I mean, these girls, I mean, this is a elite dance team. I wish it was like the Cowboys cheerleaders dance team, because I think people would maybe take it a little more seriously. But they are crazy talented cheerleaders, dancers. Map Pulse, I said hi. Very weird, but do you have a weird food combo? Soy sauce and vanilla ice cream. None that I can think of. I like the pretty, like, normal food combos. I'm not thinking of anything that's strange off the top of my head, or that other people would think is strange. Matt Pulse, don't know. I said hi. Vlog Way Me is here. OMG, you're so pretty, Hannah, and you're supportive. Thank you. Hi, Adrian. Good to see you. Willa says I had my last cheer practice on Thursday. Oh, do you know when you'll start your cheer practice again? Like, is next season already on the horizon? LOL normal combos. Wait, so you have an interest in dance? I grew up doing dance, so I like dance, and I also am interested just in understanding more about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, because they're so well known. It's like people generally know that they're the best cheerleaders in the United States for all of the of all the football franchises. They are the top cheerleaders. So it's just a super, you don't have to be into dance to watch this documentary. You can just learn something new. Happy Life made it. Yay. Hi, Happy Life. Who did I miss? Greetings of Captain Airplane Airbus. Okay. Joanna Miles. Eli is here. Says today we fly from Los Angeles to Dubai. Andrew Sabini. Ooh, a bit of daytime Hannah, my fave. Yes, my Saturday live streams are morning for me and a better time for a lot of people, like an evening time if you're across the Atlantic Ocean. Inappropriate laughter. A lot of people like watching dance. Hey, I think that's cool. She's got over 1,000 people watching her. Jew Nathan, Red Shrug, CW Cooper from Iowa, hello. You are south of where I'm at. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now. I'm on vacation in Delaware, enjoying some sunshine. Enjoy it, happy life. Willa G says August 11th will be our first because our season starts when school starts. Gotcha. Oh my God. One of these cheerleaders has the cutest dog. Like, melt your heart. Wow. Oh. Oh, I wonder if one of these girlies is... Wow. Marqueta Sagar, thank you. We've got Amul Mose. I am born in Croatia, but I fly for Emirates. Very cool. I'm going to South Korea next year, hoping I grow my dance career. I've always had an interest in dance. Very cool. Best of luck. Marqueta, CW Cooper. Do you ever visit Des Moines? Yes. I think the last time I was in Des Moines, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Yes, I've been to Des Moines. I was in Des Moines at least once, maybe twice for soccer tournaments. Growing up, I played club soccer. And then I have an uncle who lives somewhere around Des Moines. I can't remember the exact town he's in, but yes, I've been to Des Moines several times. I really like it there. Smarth is here. I am. Thabo is here. El Señor is here. Favorite color is pink. Also, I need to close this poll. If you haven't voted yet, try and guess which of the 4 universities I listed I did not tour in high school. I went all over the place. As a family, we did a road trip and just were kind of like, it was between the Midwest and the East Coast for me. I knew I didn't want to go to school on the West Coast, didn't want to go to school in the South. So it was between several really great universities in the Midwest and then several really great ones out East. So I'm going to end the poll right now. Do you play an instrument? Ooh, I love that you asked this, CW Cooper, because something I really, really, really want to get back into is playing piano. So I grew up playing piano, violin, and clarinet. And as an adult, when you work a 9-to-5 job and you want to get decent sleep every night, there is a very limited amount of free time you have left in your schedule. And piano, because that was my favorite instrument, piano just does not make the cut currently, because I work 9 to 5, I get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, I have to cook and clean, and I also do YouTube. YouTube is my second job, and I do YouTube almost every single day. So the few scraps of free time outside of all those things that I have left are typically like visit with family, visit with friends and loved ones, go to the occasional concert or whatever. So in my list of priorities, piano doesn't make the cut, but I really, really, really would love to do live streams, picturing the future of my live streaming content. I would love to have live streams where I'm just practicing piano or playing piano, and then I've got my phone just set up on the music stand, and you guys can see me as I'm just tinkering around and playing piano. I think that would be a really fun way to work on piano, learn songs and get back into it while also being on YouTube and hanging out with you guys. Thomas, Iowa was nice until Chicago's Finest showed up after all the housing projects closed. Interesting. Okay. Hadn't heard anything about that. Prince Joel says, I know how to play piano and guitar. Raymond Church is here. Mohammed Jasir, Mango Pod. I am a data analyst. Thank you, Hebrew name. Remind me how to say your name. Because I've seen you before. How do you say your name in English? Because I don't read Hebrew. I can recognize the letters, but I don't know how to sound it out. Ron J, Jared Tester, Marketa, Ron J. Do you know your MBTI? I don't even know what that is. Let me Google. MBTI test. Oh, Myers-Briggs, duh. Yes, yes I do. I should do that as a quick trivia question. Also, I don't think I read through the poll results. My bad, I think I skipped right over them. Okay, the second poll question was, guess which of these universities I did not visit in high school as like going on a tour. I did go to the University of Wisconsin. I loved it, but it was so big. The undergrad population was like 54,000 students. I was like, I think I went a little bit smaller than this. So I did go to the University of Wisconsin. That was not the right answer. Nice job, you guys. I did not tour New York University. I thought that would throw some of you off because you guys know that I did study out east, but I did not visit NYU. I had no interest in going to college in New York City. All right, who else? Oz QQ, psychology, Kenneth Bridges, I do remember you. Do you hope to see CR7 in the World Cup? Of course I do. I will be so devastated. Part of my heart will die forever when he retires because I just adore him so much. But I mean, let's be real. Even like, you know, during like group stages where it's just they're not at the knockout stage of the tournament yet, I can picture like the Portugal, if Cristiano is named to the Portugal team, and I believe he will be for next year's World Cup, I can imagine every single Portugal game, even if it's just like the very early games where they're not going to get disqualified or kicked out of the tournament, like all those tickets are gonna go so fast, and I'm sure the ticket sales are gonna, like the tickets will be so expensive because everyone wants to go and see Cristiano Ronaldo play. If he is there, it'll be for sure his last World Cup, and also just like seeing him in person. Because I've never seen him in person, and I would love to see him play in person while he's still a professional athlete. Because I mean, he turned 40 this year, and I mean 40, he keeps himself in immaculate shape, but it's just there's only so much you can do when your physical body is getting older. And I mean, he's now competing against players that are more than 20 years younger than him. Like just being a 40-year-old professional athlete and trying to compete with 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds, there's just certain advantages that a younger body is going to have over someone in their 40s. Okay, C.W. Cooper, I started teaching myself piano 2 years ago. Nice, love it. William Berry picked Wisconsin. Okay, what did you study in university? I was a double major, so undergrad I did political science and German language. Muhammad, William Berry, that drumming is gonna keep your brain really sharp. Yes. Ron J. Mueller, I am a huge CR7 fan. I believe that he is the GOAT. Let me type in my members only emoji. Yes, CR7 is the GOAT. Let's get him in here. Not the squirrel emoji, but CR7. Chrissia Mays, hello. Sneaker Man, yes, thank you. CR7 is the GOAT. I will never budge from this stance. Wow. Oh, you guys, I'm finishing up my Dallas Cowboys cheerleader documentary. Aww. Okay. Who did I miss here? Danny Bursch, shalom. I love your freckles so much. That's a turn on in general. Thank you, Kenneth Bridges. Thank you, Chrissia Mays. JJ, of course, there will always be the Messi Ronaldo duality. Oh, Armani. Oh my gosh. gosh. Wow. Rock Human, ALF writes, Tony from New Zealand is here. No new mods, Taylor and Keegan. William Barry, Rock Human, CR7 has better personality. Ron J, do you think CR Jr. will humble Lamine in the future? I don't know. I can see Lamine Yamal being like the next Ronaldo. That kid is crazy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, such wholesome content. Like there's such a, I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader documentary and it's just so sweet. Okay. Ray Fair, Ranjay says Lamine is actually a Messi fan. I mean, I'm a fan of Messi too. I think he's great. I just don't think he's the GOAT. Angel Lopez, Mohammed Jasir. Cute. Roberto Cliente, hello. DCC. Its name, Ron J. I don't like rugby. Did you ever want to be a Dallas cheerleader? No, I never wanted to be a cheerleader. I did dance as a kid, but it was never like, I never saw it being something like serious that I would do into adulthood. But I liked dance growing up. Nicholas, Randy F, hello. I've been on here for 3 hours now. I started this at, oh, someone passed away. You know how they do like in memoriam at the end of a movie or a TV episode? Yeah, someone they dedicated it to. Okay. Oh, Randy, I was responding to your comment. So I've been on here now for over 3 hours, 192 minutes. And yeah, it's been chill. I'm probably gonna film a YouTube video today, work out a bit, but I'm really keeping this weekend to myself as much as I can. I'm very much just like busy. There's some busy times ahead, so I'm just soaking up the easy breezy chill summer weekends when I can. Rock Human, what's your dream? Oh, I have so many. One of them, gosh, publish a series of books about my dad's life. That's like probably the hardest one I've got. Thank you, Nicholas. Seeing you drink coffee makes me want to have some coffee. My favorite way to start every single day. William Barry, thank you. Ranjay Mueller is from South Africa. P says, I like that. Kaden likes the earrings. Casey Loaded. Thank you, Jode Husseini. What movies? Watch any movie in English. That'll improve your English. KW Cooper. Not gonna take my hair down. Nope. Sandeep. Marqueta. Ciao, ciao. Willa, do you have a favorite cheerleader from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders? I haven't decided who my favorite is. There were so many wonderful, so many wonderful dancers. I don't know. Hard to say which one is like the all-time fave. Rain, Willa G, Ranjay Mueller. Of course I know Charlize Theron. She's so famous. Rabija, Sandeep from Bangalore, Fayaz, Marqueta, Jidem Charvatska. Untamed. Sleep while you sleep. spooky. Okay. Casey loaded, South Africa here. Awesome, awesome, guys. All right, I think I am gonna get going because I've been on here for 3 hours and I'd like to just get up, stretch my legs, and get a few things knocked out. So, Vlogs Sway Me is here, Dexterity, JM's Carter, Ron J, yes, hello. Okay, so reminder everybody, I will be going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central, so come check it out. Reminder to everyone, my next live stream is tomorrow night, which is Sunday, at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. Come back and chat with me tomorrow night. Would love to see you all there. All right. So, next live stream tomorrow night. Mark your calendars if you wish. It'll be tomorrow, which is Sunday for me, at 8 p.m. Central Time, so you can, figure out what the time zone would be for you if you want to come back. And it's been nice hanging out with all of you. Thank you for, Jesse had sent a super chat at the very beginning of this live stream. Also, I got a gift. I can't recall who sent that one. And for everyone who leaves comments, interacts with this, and subscribes to the channel, I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get going now, guys, but thank you all for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time.